All right.
Big mistake.
Where were you all? I don't even remember.
Ninth and Hofen.
We're in District 4. Where else would we be?
Got it. But did you all go to sleep there?
Yes.
I...
No, I probably slept on the ship.
Yeah.
I would have made sure that.
No, wait. We were at Ninth and Hennepin
Yeah.
in the morning hanging out because we were going to leave at dusk.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were going to bring Zoltan.
Yep.
Right. So you're all roughing it and staying up late.
We're not even staying up late. Like, we were just talking. It was like mid-afternoon.
Yeah,
We
no,
just happened
like,
to be
I
getting up
got
early.
drunk at noon.
Yeah, like, Holt was day drinking.
Straight
Shit.
fucking day drinking, bruh.
I didn't think that that Holt could get.
We went on an adventure to find out.
They found an alchemist.
We did.
A
I
good
told him
man.
I was a tiefling and a big boy, so he mixed something.
He's declared as District 4's pioneer dipsomancer.
Yep.
If you can't get drunk, he will fix that.
That's a problem that he can fix.
I love this man. His name is Elias Ipswich.
Thank you for recording all these names, because I can remember what they're all like. I can just never remember what they're called.
It's okay. It's my job.
Thank you.
Together we make one competent DM.
Right? By your powers combined, this game can function. So yeah, it was mid-afternoon, and you guys were schmoozing because you need to wait for night for Zoltan to be able to take care of some business to get on the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're literally just, like,
Hanging out.
hanging out.
I mean, if no one has anything to do, time will simply pass.
Cool.
Oh, wait. I do have something I need to do.
All right. What's on the docket?
I need to go back to the Black Hand.
Oh boy.
It's something really quick.
Is anyone,
I have a note to deliver.
Is anyone gonna go with him?
Yep.
Okay.
I want to see the babies.
Oh.
If it is possible for me to see the baby.
No. That's not in my power to request.
If I'm just saying, if they just happen to be around, I
Why
would
would they be around?
happen to be around to see them.
I mean, it's kind of a secret that Neomisa's there, being what she is.
Yeah, but it's you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Cole.
I mean, you don't find any baby Medusae, but you do find all these boys.
Nice.
Hello
I'm gonna
again.
go. I'm gonna go to menace the bodyguards of their doormen.
That sounds fun. So you go there. Oh jeez. Let's see how hot things are. Things are all right. Things are pretty mediocre, you know. The bear insults back and forth.
It's noon. They haven't gotten riled up yet.
I
They're
mean,
thinking about lunch.
like it's weird. They have like, so like in midday, the White Hand obviously just gets bonus business. You know, the White Hand controls the day, and then the Dark Hand the Dark Hand controls the night. Sorry, the Ivory Foot. The Ivory Foot controls the day, and just like, oh yeah, I'd be in it for a scrap and a meal. That sounds good, and a story too. Awesome. Meanwhile, at night, all the crazies and pimps are like, oh man, I want to watch a man bleed. Hurt me more, Snake. Although, obviously, based on the actions of either caller, sometimes those have been known to change. In any event, Holt, what did you want to deliver?
Oh, just a note.
Tell me what's in the note.
Yeah,
You don't need to,
absolutely.
you don't need to say it aloud, obviously.
Even better, I have a prop for you.
Ah, fuck. Stop overachieving. You lose 80,000. You know what? You lose 800,000 experience points.
I think Rye's gonna do some levels as Bard because that's probably the only class that you can provoke people into attacking you.
Cavalier.
Maybe duelist.
Cavalier or knight can do it. Bards do not have a goad ability, but they do have a bluff score.
What about duelist? Don't they have the ability to make people?
No,
Challenge?
but what duelists do have is reach weapons.
Hmm. Oh, there
Hence-
is one. Paladins have a spell for it, don't they? The compelled duel or something.
I think
Or
there's
is
like a
that
level
5th
3
edition?
spell, but that's way on.
Excuse me.
Alright.
So yeah, I'd just be going in and looking for probably Riate.
Oh, she like as soon as you come running, like one of the doormen stops you and he's just like, "I'll get her."
Thank you.
Oh, out of character question, were we going to bring or invite Riate to come on the ship?
No.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want Holt to pay even more.
Oh,
Holt,
No,
I'm sorry, it's time for you to start losing limbs.
Oh, please no.
he needs those.
Losing limbs and genitals.
I mean,
He needs
I
all
can-
of those.
I can better serve you if I have those attached.
No, you'll do without.
Genitals might actually make things easier.
Please no.
Oh, it's players like you that make me love talking about genital trauma.
It is only my last vice I have left.
Haven't you done enough damage to yourself?
I
The self-love has cursed you to hell.
self-love. You think I've done all this out of self-love?
Everybody knows you go to hell if you masturbate too much.
I fucking hate myself.
Holt masturbated so much he became hellbred.
You became hellbred. Oh, if that's all it takes, then bye guys.
Sinner!
Oh
Go back.
no! Oh no!
Just kidding. Just kidding. It's comedic timing.
Yes. That'll...
Busted,
Like
busted,
any
busted.
of you guys wouldn't want to be hellbred in real life. Come on.
Right though, like
I will roll sense motive. I wish
what are you rolling sense motive for?
I really wish that you could critically succeed on skill checks, you motherfucker, because I wasted my nat 20 on this.
You're welcome.
Oh.
As the great Magus once put it, it is the prerogative of the weak to grow weaker.
I'm actually not sure if that's true.
I mean, try telling him that. He's a nihilist Lebowski. He believes in nothing.
Okay. Thank you for your time, and I will leave.
She nods and walks away. She's almost graceful on 2 feet. Salundra, what have you been doing for the past day?
Was that to me?
Yes!
Oh, sorry. I had been designing the place for Kali,
Oh, right.
trying to keep myself distracted. I am probably going to look up Zoltan at some point. I'm not sure how much Holt is. I know Holt.
Holt hasn't talked to you about
Oh, okay.
that.
Yes, but I thought Holt had told us that he is a vampire, right? We knew that piece.
Yeah, he told you
Yes.
guys, yeah.
So if you haven't told me the piece about him
Joining
wanting to
us?
go for Well, we don't know I don't know he's joining, and I don't know he's looking for a cure for vampirism. So
No.
those would be the things I'd be interested in.
Yeah.
So.
How you doing?
Aside from that, I'm probably just studying spells, trying to distract myself, fixing my tattoos, usual.
I can't. I can write.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a lot of time, I might have also seen what if I could look up anyone who used Auntie, who was part of Auntie's network, and see if they need any help with anything that I can assist with.
Zip zop, zoobity zop.
It would help if I had my character sheet open.
That'd be nice. You might need that. But anyone else doing anything before night falls?
Nope.
When the
Yeah, no
night
way.
falls. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just the thing with Auntie's network, if I can.
Got it.
Trying to remember that this is all just happened. Somehow it seems like it's weeks ago. All the emotional trauma is blunted.
So how does the fight between Rivo and the Iron Foot Doorman, Ivory Foot Doorman, go?
Black Hand Doorman.
Oh, he's fighting the Black Hand Doorman.
Yeah, he's gonna go fuck up the Black Hand a little.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so when you walk out, you hear this guy.
In for a scrap, big boy. Oh, hey, you wanna go? I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was my facial expression. And I'm glad I heard you, because for a minute, I was picturing him looking like in drag at me and saying, "In for
In for
scrap,
a
big boy."
scrap, big boy.
Like, oh dear, this is the wrong Black Hand.
Bad touch, bad touch.
Orange, orange, orange.
The doorman looks
So-
like this, but with no sword or shield.
Full on orc.
He's a hobgoblin.
Oh, hobgoblin.
Yeah. Monstrous races are commonplace.
I think it's so mean calling them monstrous.
Goblinoid.
I see Holt, and I take a step back because I can't do what I want to do while he's there because I know his baby snake kids are in there.
So
Hey Ryan, what's up?
Oh, making friends.
I think your friend wants to have a scrap with me, and I'm all right with that.
I'm alright
Yeah,
with that.
sure. We got like hours till we have to be anywhere.
I'll put 5 gold on you, Rye.
Come on, big boy, give me your best shot.
Holt gives you a little nod of encouragement.
Chris wants to, but
What, you're gonna just walk away from this guy without a fight?
I mean,
no, because Rye wants to put him down and put him down, not like stop. So
That's not what the street fights are for.
wait, what was that? What is Rivo doing? What about the hammer?
Alright, let's be on our way then.
fuck it. Roll initiative, Rye. He goes on slow burn and pushes off with "Come and get me."
All right. Two boys playing. Come and get me over here. What the fuck? Troop traits. Huh. That's a thing I'm not familiar with. Anyway, Rivo, what is your armor class?
"19."
He gives you a firm slap in the face for what's the strength score on these guys? 6 damage. You barely flinch. Just like, oh, huh, that did hit me.
Well, I was staying there using "Come and get me," which means
Oh, no, he gets attacked.
okay, let me see here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh. I am going to. Let's see. Since we're on him, I want him to piss himself. So I'm going to give him the intimidating glare. Oh.
Oh boy.
It's a bold strategy.
Are you raging already?
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
1. 40 intimidate.
Oh boy.
Clem happened to be looking at you and kind of yelps.
He is definitely gonna take a step back. He's sort of taken beside himself with the fearsome glare of your ogle.
I am going to grab his armor And I kind of when I dinged, I kind of looked at what a 28 strength is, and I think I can probably do some shit. I'm gonna look to rip his armor off because I'm stronger than a troll, hill giant, or Marilith demon. So,
Okay, make a combat maneuver roll.
is this to touch him or grab him?
This is like to grab the armor, yes.
Okay, so that's down here. CMB.
Yeah.
38.
Roll, is that your total?
Yes.
Okay, alright. Yeah, you grab hold. Now give me a raw strength check.
So this is just strength. Let me see. Yeah, so, okay, a straight 14 plus... That straight track is 23.
A straight 23?
Yeah, it's plus 9. I rolled a 14.
Let me look at various break DCs.
The descriptor was 28, pinnacle of brawn, able to outlive several people.
I will give it to you on this armor. Yeah, you rip. You grab his, like, which part of his armor? Just like his breastplate, or just like his scale?
Let me look at the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll rip all the whatever bears his chest.
Okay. All right. The scale still remains, but you tear off those pauldrons and all of the other leathers and jerkins protecting him basically immediately. Like, you grab hold of it, you bring him forward, and then you just hold up a boot, and it tears off just about everything. His armor is instantly broken. And he sees what has transpired, and he's like, "What?"
Oh, oh.
And he just looks at you and raises up his hand, and he's like, "You win this one. You won this. You win this one, friend. Nice work." And he raises his hands, sort of backing up into the door.
I turn around. Wasn't
Feel
as
better?
No, it wasn't as theatrical as I wanted. I wanted the crowd to laugh at him.
I am going to try to start a round of applause.
There are some people who definitely join in the round of applause. It's not as super enthusiastic as Rivo might like, but like, you start applauding, people are like, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'll applaud that." You know, it just takes one person to start it.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you a smirk.
Well done.
Anything else before nightfall?
No, I believe that's it.
Okay. Night falls.
Unless Alondra wants to meet up.
Salandra might be busy.
Okay. That's fair enough. Then yeah, night falls.
But yeah, so the Zoltan comes down the stairs, and he's not in his plague doctor getup. And he just goes over to Charlie, and he's like, I'm checking out, Charlie." And Charlie looks at him like almost like he doesn't understand. And he's just like, "Oh. Well, thanks for staying with us, Mr. Zoltan." And he just says, "Thank you for having me." And then he walks over to you, Holt, and he's like, "Where are we going exactly?"
Clementine
Oh.
points up.
Yes, so does Holt. Do you have everything that you need?
He holds up a doctor's bag, and he's like, "I don't have many possessions."
Fair enough. Then give me just a moment and we'll be ready to embark. Clementine, if you could, I don't know, tell him about what to expect.
Of course.
I'd like to go over to Charlie.
"Hey, Holt, what's up?"
So, don't tell the boss,
Okay.
but hands him a pouch of 100 gold pieces. Just because.
He nods. "Got it. We had a great night. Found it in a back alley. Somebody dropped some swag. Happens all the time."
Good boy. Also, give her this. And he hands him a folded piece of parchment.
"Got it."
Thanks, Charlie. Stay safe.
Oh, we have time if you want to,
No. I think it's better that we just leave.
Okay.
Otherwise, I won't want to go.
No, I understand.
Is Taga ready to go too?
Yep.
Great.
He's got
All right.
basically nothing.
So we are getting ready to embark on the SS. What are we calling our ship, guys?
Don't put me in charge of naming anything.
All right. So it's a ship that we have borrowed from the Chosen, and it's very shiny and hard to describe.
Do I have the communicator or do you?
You probably do.
Okay.
Clem doesn't hold on to any technology
He always
'Cause-
forgets this.
because she will break it.
Take out the communicator. Hey, Grub.
You get no response, but you do get an automated message. It's like, if you want to call for the captain, say 1. If you want to engage the teleporters, say 2. If you have
2.
an emergency, say emergency.
1.
Say
2.
3 for more options.
2.
1.
2.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Clementine,
Say
shut up.
1 to speak with the
Oh,
captain.
we want to teleport.
Say
Well, we
2
do, but we have more
to
people
engage the
than...
teleporter.
Oh.
Say emergency if this is an emergency. Say 4 for more options.
1.
I'm sorry, the captain can't be reached by now. Can I take a message?
Emergency.
Brrr, brrr, brrr.
Oh, shit, fuck.
Oh, why'd you do that? It's not
Because
an
I'm pissed at
emergency.
him. It is it might be. We're testing the system.
Oh, crap.
Hey, whoa, hey, whoa, what's going on down there? Everything all right? Everything fine? What's going
Yeah,
on? You all dead?
I told-
Okay, hold on.
Stop, let me
patient.
cut you down.
Oh, Grub, no, it's okay. I said to engage the teleporters, but it started an alarm for some reason.
Roll bluff.
Do I get any bonuses because you can't see my expression?
No.
Okay.
Holt, what's your superpower?
Being an idiot.
No, it's guilt. You're a
Oh.
bad liar.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a fat 6.
I mean, you're a bad liar when it is your fault. Hey, it's a good thing Grub doesn't have any points in sense motive. But he does overcome your staggering 6. And he's like, did you push the wrong button? It's okay. You can just admit if you pushed the wrong button.
Listen, there's a lot of buttons on this thing.
It's okay. It happens to all of us. And then
Thank
you
you.
hear, oh shit! And then yeah, sure. What's the deal? What's going on?
We have a few more people to beam up than usual.
Okay, like how many more people?
2.
2? Wait, how many
Yeah.
of you are there total?
Well, there's
5,
me,
6.
there's me, Clem, Bry, Taga, Zoltan.
And Toby.
Oh, and Toby, so 6.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting 7.
7?
7. Do you have a stowaway?
Does the gun count?
Who the
as
fuck
an
is
weapon?
Zoltan?
Zoltan, are you keeping a pet in your doctor's bag?
He says, I don't
It's
carry. I don't consort with the living in that way.
Oh, okay. Are you carrying a non-living pet? It's okay if you are.
No, I don't have any pets. Do you
I-
know how many I'd lose over the course of my life?
Yeah. Believe me, I've done that math.
The Holt's just, like, recounting on his fingers.
Yep, there's only 6 of you.
Could there be someone invisible in the group? Do we have a way of filtering them out?
I mean, swing wildly.
No, it's not that precise.
Maybe if we go somewhere else.
We should
Yeah.
probably step outside anyway. Here, let's...
Y'all step outside. You're standing in the middle of the street.
Are there any women in the group aside from Clementine?
Nope.
Sorry to disappoint. Not pregnant.
Okay. How about now?
Nope. Still 7.
I'm going to hand the communicator to Clementine and step back
Oh.
inside the 9th and Hennepin.
You step back inside.
Give me a thumbs up if it's clear, Clementine.
Okay.
Okay,
How many do you read now, Grub?
we're back down to 6.
I wonder if it's the gun hole.
No, if it holds
That's not how it
away,
works.
that would mean we'd be down to 5 if it was counting the gun.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, we can isolate this. Here.
I'm gonna teleport down. Hold on a second. I need to get dressed.
So Laundra and Grub were fucking, weren't they?
They hadn't gotten that far yet.
You're welcome.
What can I say except you're welcome?
All right, we can isolate this though. Okay, I'm gonna go back inside, and you guys give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Who do you give the communicator to?
I will hand it to Taga.
Okay, you hand it to Taga. Taga and Grub exchange some words. Solandra, are you taking the teleporter or are you teleporting yourself?
I'll take. I can take the teleporter down, I guess.
Okay. No problem.
All right. I'm gonna cast detect magic.
You cast detect magic. You see nothing out of the ordinary. Like some people have their magical gear. Taga has a magical dagger on his belt. Zoltan is very magical. Not like powerfully magical, but like he is just like omnipresently magic.
He is magic to survive.
Right. Like there is a faint hum of magic to his person at all times.
Ah.
Hi, Hi, Solandra. We're doing math.
Grub pipes up over the
Hi,
communicator.
Clementine.
Okay, so Salandra, Kaga, Rivo, and Toby, that's 4. And Salandra, that's 5. Now, there's 3 with Halt and Clem.
Why do I have an extra person with me?
I don't know.
Oh, so it is you. What did you do?
Nothing. I didn't do anything or anyone. At least not recently enough to matter.
Hmm.
I mean, I could just probably fly up to the ship, but
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Could you go a little farther away? Like, turn to a pigeon and go to the end of the street so that we can get 2 clear readings of people?
yeah, sure. I flutter away.
You fly away. Grub pipes up. Okay, so we're down to 1 with Halt, and now we've got 6 back over with the other people. And then I've got 1... No, 1 Halt, then 6 over there.
So that's counting me.
Yes.
So that's still 1 extra.
Yep.
So it wasn't Clementine. Could there be someone invisible or intangible among us? I can't detect them with my spells, but I'm not an expert on
Salandra, can you
donations.
come out to join the group? Can you dispel magic?
I can. I was thinking of doing that to Clementine, but I need a target.
Me.
I mean, you can use an area dispel. I don't know if it'll actually do anything. Targeted dispel.
But why you? We saw that.
Oh,
we
no.
saw that
Oh,
Only
things
greater
didn't
dispel can be in an area.
never mind then. I'm being followed by someone, Salandra.
Fuck.
So I'm just being a little paranoid.
Someone powerful, I gather.
Yeah. You might say that.
Well, there's something we can do about that. For the consortium.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. I just don't want to accidentally be the one to compromise our security here. If you understand.
Yeah.
Does Clementine come back to us?
No, she's just waiting there. Because you guys haven't, like, beckoned her back.
Beckon.
Yep.
You are being
She
beckoned.
flutters back.
A wave.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
Up to 8. Or is it? Rivo, Toby, Kaga, Zoltan, Clementine, Holt, Salandra. So yes, up to 8.
I'm gonna try to think through my vast little memory palace and see if I can come up with a magical scenario that could explain this.
Well, alright. Roll knowledge arcana.
Knowledge Arcana is plus 22. 34.
34. Advanced forms of invisibility can overcome basic forms of magical detection. You don't know what could possibly masquerade as a human-sized life signature. I mean, like, if something could conceivably shrink down small enough,
I was
like if,
wondering what this should think possible.
like if there was a polymorphed spider on someone, they could possibly count as a full-size life signature because it's technically a person polymorphed into something very small.
Grub, can you tag each person in this group and have a? If we all step away from each other, we should be able to determine if any of the groups is 2 instead of 1.
Okay, all right, cool. Sounds good. All right, we got Holt at 1, Clementine at 1,
What the fuck?
Rivo at 1, Toby at 1, Kaga at 1, Sultan at 1, and Sal, now you're at 2.
All right, beam everyone up except me.
Okay.
If I change from 2 to anything else,
Oh shit, I got some bad news.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, the good news is, Solandra, you're down at 1. The bad news is, I don't understand why.
means it's on board. Crap.
Do you want
What's
me to,
going on?
do you want me to bring you up?
Well, if I'm registering as 1 now, it doesn't much matter, does it?
I tried.
Kaga pipes up, I think we have a stowaway.
I think you're right.
But, Solandra, do you want to go up now?
Yep.
You go up. Well,
Huh. Ollie Ollie Oxenfree.
there is no appreciable response.
How many people are in the teleport chamber? This from-
Back down to 7.
All right, so, do we have any anomalous readings anywhere in the ship?
Nothing anomalous, no.
Anybody being 2 instead of 1?
Nope.
Fuck.
Okay, then maybe it just didn't come up with us.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
We'll be careful. Vigilant. I mean, this is why we have a security team.
How much money did you give them? 300,000 gold pieces?
Yes.
That is subject to negotiation because that's too freaking much.
Oh, no, too late. You already gave it to them.
No, it's virtual money, and they need to contact the consortium to spend it.
They already contacted them and gave them 300,000 gold pieces. The 8 hours have passed. Lobo totally ordered some gear for these guys.
As
It's
far
a
as
good
I know,
investment.
I'm the only one who can talk to the consortium.
Yeah, but they used you last session.
Ah, I see.
You were made out of cardboard and therefore didn't object. In hindsight, you may find this to be an awful decision.
Well, I think it's a good investment. We'll just keep our eyes out.
Well, in the meantime, I can show the 2 of you around the ship.
Kaga's like, sounds good. Take me to the, what do you call a kitchen on a ship? There's a special word.
The
for it.
galley? I don't...
I mean, you can call it whatever you want because it's your kitchen.
Yeah, it's your space.
Kaga beams. Zoltan just says, I'll be in the infirmary. I want to see what you have available.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll show you where it is.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You want to come with me, Solandra?
Yes.
I'm not, don't want to sound super paranoid, but while we're dealing with this possible question, maybe we want to use the buddy system.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So would you refresh my memory as to what the dining space looks like, the kitchen? Is it a bunch of fabricators and
Yeah, basically. Here we go. Kaga just looks at this and asks simply, "The hell is this?"
this is what we use to make food on the ship?
All right.
It's a little sterile. Is it a good call? Like, I'm not gonna argue, but
Oh, you can basically expect in the future that nearly everything you fight will be invisible all the time forever.
okay. Then yeah.
Like some of the creatures you'll be going up against have greater invisibility as a spell-like ability at will. 13 rounds of total unbreakable invisibility.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Oh crap.
I'm not great at using the fabricators. Solandra, would you help me run him through this?
Sure. That's. I give Taiga a. Yeah, I know it's a little different here. Fuck. I'm not sure how to make this into something that you can.
He's trying so hard to figure it out. Boots of striding and springing. Oh, I guess those are worth it. Anyway, what is it to teach? Just straight wisdom, I guess. Solandra, roll straight wisdom to try to teach Taga how to cook with the space kitchen.
Is this something I could use aid another to help?
You can!
So
Please.
Solandra seriously needs to learn how to teach. She really wants to learn how to be able to teach, but her patience is a little bit lacking. Oh, fuck.
So that's what, a +2 to your roll?
Yes.
Oh, not good.
Oh,
Not
dear.
good at all.
How bad is
He probably doesn't like me very much.
he doesn't know you well.
Yeah.
And now he never will.
Yeah.
What's the number, Dave?
You gave me a +2.
I did.
2.
Really?
Yes.
Your explanation is essentially this does that, this does that.
This is my lucky purple die. I don't know what's going.
Not
Oh, no,
the
it's
fuck anymore, it's not.
Oh, this is the blue die. Crap! It's dark in here.
Oops. The end of the lesson is the lesson is basically this does this, that does that, this does this. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'd probably get technical.
And Holt, your response is simply, it's not as complicated as it looks, and Kaga flashes you both the big thumbs up as he eagerly wishes for you both to leave.
Rival comes over and explains it.
So, Solandra, while I got you for a second as we walk away to let Taga get settled. So, I know that you were kind of against me bringing Zoltan onto the ship and pursuing that. But it was too good an opportunity for me to not try. So, I went up and I talked to him for a while, and he had some really good things to say. Seemed very interested in helping the largest amount of people that he could. In fact, he refused my initial proposal when it sounded like it was just a bounty job for gold. I believe his words were, "No thanks, I'd rather stay here where people need me," or something like that.
I don't know a huge amount about vampires, but I do know that they are incredibly persuasive, able to manipulate minds.
I thought about that, and I knew that you'd say that, so let me hit you with part two, the conditions of him joining us. He had one thing that he wanted, and that was the ability to pursue a cure for his condition.
Yeah. That's... Fuck, if I can believe it, that's obviously something that I want. I want more than just about anything.
That's what I thought. I thought any chance, and it would be wrong of me to not lay it at your feet, you know?
Yeah. We've always run this thing as a partnership. So it's the reason, like, I can advise and stuff, but we're at the end of the day nobody's boss here. We work together and we come to the best decisions we can together. So
Clementine also thought it was a good idea.
you're not selling it that effectively.
No?
No, it's okay. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Clementine has been known to make some fairly fucking insane decisions too, but they usually involve sex, so it's probably safe.
We're birds of a feather,
Yeah.
but... Oh no, I didn't want to keep that from you.
Thank you.
So now you know.
I'll talk to him.
Please with no wooden implements in your hand.
I don't need them. I've got fire.
Oh, Holt's like, oh shit.
and it's like the other thing, and I can do this, and she, her hand just becomes sheathed in what you can tell is holy energy. So.
You can tell
Oh,
because it makes you feel like warm and fuzzy in a bad way.
Yeah, Holt's gonna take a step back.
Thought it'd be a handy trick.
It is a trick on your hand, yes.
So,
Fancy.
right. I'll talk to him.
Okay.
Fuck. Well, and we have another problem.
Okay.
Obviously.
Which is?
Our Slender just I want to just cast area effects spell and kill whoever happens to be fucking standing next to us. Yeah. So before we go, I'm going to go down to the surface for a bit.
Sure, we don't have to cast off yet.
Just take me a little bit of time.
Where to, Sal?
Doesn't really matter. Just tell me if there's more than one of me at the end of it.
You teleport.
Someplace private. Actually, can I contact the consortium from inside Kali's mansion?
The mansion hasn't been created yet. It'll take some time.
Oh, I thought we created before we left.
No, it will take a few days to create
Okay.
because of permanency. You teleport to a part of the World Bazaar that looks like this.
I just want to find someplace kind of quiet where I can contact the consortium.
I mean, it's quiet, all right.
The perfect place to get murdered.
I'm really pissed off. So the question is, do I go with the goggles, which are more of a full solution to the problem, cost a fucking ridiculous fortune.
Yeah, that's because they never turn off, and I am obligated to tell you when something magical wanders by.
Fuck.
I mean, you could just put the gem on a string and use it like a little mon.
Yeah, but then he's not obligated to tell us when something magical wanders by, and it's got
That's true.
It's 30 minutes per day.
Yup.
Fuck. Analyze Dwemer. Is that a good spell?
I don't know. You end up contacting a being that looks like this.
Mm.
Hey, I know
to
that guy.
Consortium. How can I help you?
Fuck. I'm interested in using some of our stored resources to purchase something I've only heard of in rumors. A set of goggles that can allow one to see the truth.
You can just call them True Sight goggles. It's fine. They're a very popular item, you understand.
I can understand why. All right, burn through essentially
Okay.
200,000 gold pieces of our stored money.
200,000?
203,280.
You bought both?
No, just the one, but that's it. That just the goggles that's what they cost.
I thought the
Analyze.
pictures... What?
What?
There's always there's the big. You have to pay the big.
Yeah, it's not... whatever. Just tell me the number again.
It's the 10% surcharge.
No.
The total is 203,280 gold pieces. You can learn about the functions of magical items by using these goggles. How it activates, if the save.
If they're cursed.
If they're
Yeah.
cursed. You can learn each spell it can cast. No longer will anything you find be a mystery to you, unless, of course, that item is intelligent and wants to remain a mystery. If you were to, for instance, find the Book of Vile Darkness, and it did not want to appear as the Book of Vile Darkness, you probably would not know.
All right. I'm gonna buy it. I'm going to turn invisible after I
You
buy it.
do you look
I'll be
at
wearing them.
do you look at your invisible body while with the goggles?
Yep. Sure.
You would not know that you are invisible.
All right, and I will. If I'm within range of the ship, I'll dimension door back on.
You
I don't
cannot
want to use. I don't want.
you cannot dimension door. You could fly up and dimension door, but you'd have to ask the ship to come to you a ways.
Okay. I'll fly up and dimension door.
You fly up. You dimension door. You are back on the ship.
All right, and I am going to search the ship.
You search the ship.
I am not telling anyone I am there.
Okay. Where do you go and what do you do?
Well, I mean, I don't know the full layout of the ship, so I'll just search it from like bulkhead to bulkhead.
From stem to stern.
Sounds good. So you walk into the infirmary, and Zoltan and Sharush are having some sort of stare-off. It's difficult to tell or understand because Zoltan doesn't have to blink and Sarush doesn't have a face. There seems to be some sort of level of regarding each other, and Sarush's attendants appear to have been dismissed. As you walk in the door, like, if you linger too long, Sarush's gentle voice will say, "Could we have a moment, please?" He says,
Mentally.
meaning himself and Zoltan.
Yep. Certainly. I don't see anything there in the room. Nothing with Zoltan.
Nope. You can tell that he is an unglamored vampire, and he looks pretty good, considering. Much less dead than other vampires. They're generally a dead giveaway because of, the sallow, pale skin and the incredible depression in their eyes. Do you check everyone's quarters?
Yep.
Alright, list off to me whose quarters you check.
I'll check Grubb's captain's quarters. I'll check my own. I'll check Rivo's, Holt's, Clem's, all of the lieutenants. So, what's his name? Taga, the cook.
Mm-hmm.
The barracks for the security people.
Sounds good.
And Vendries is
So you go into Vendres' room and you see something strange. Let's see if I can find something that isn't porn. I can! Good, I found a lot of wholesome stuff. you find something that looks like this. And Vindrez is petting this person. Give me a sense motive.
Ooh. That's a 36.
36. She looks at you and says, "Whoa, hey, excuse me, Salandra, be careful. He's a little skittish. He's such a cuddle bug, though."
So she seems to see me clearly.
Yes. Were you still invisible?
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's still not going to do anything to her.
So it looks like a person.
It looks like a person. Not a person
Oh.
that looks like that.
So my door opens.
Earlier. What are you sundering?
The goggles.
What? Why? You can't see Salandra. The door just opens. You don't see anything.
I swing.
uh, give me a second.
No, but he would not like if the door opened and nobody like he definitely would be like,
Right, yeah, no, you get up,
what
you,
the fuck?
you walk over to the door, and you start, like, waving your arms around, and nothing happens.
Does Salandra say anything?
Nope.
I put my mask on. I go out to the hallway. Who's opening the fucking doors?
Not me!
Not me.
You want to play cards?
So who or what the fuck is he?
He looks like a dude. He's a kind of scraggly guy. And he is loving it. He is loving these head scritches. Right behind the ears and under the chin. That's the way he likes it.
Is he a supernatural creature or a spellcaster? I should be able.
You detect him as neither. He is just a guy. And Analyze Dwemer allows you to analyze a magical item.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
Not a
doesn't
person.
reveal auras. Yeah, you have to be looking at the item. I'll give you a gimme so that you don't end up wasting the spell ever. Like you understand if the item has any magical effects just by picking it up. Or just by looking at it. You don't even need to touch it.
So I see the true form of polymorph, change or transmuted things.
Yeah.
Wow, I can see into the ethereal plane.
Huh. That's gonna make... Heads up, don't just, like, wear these around. I will make you fall over things and run into shit.
I'm sorry, Cap. Do you want to play cards?
Who wants to play
So-
cards?
Who the fuck is he, and what the fuck is he doing here?
Do you ask anyone that?
I'm asking Vendries.
I don't know. I thought Holt got me a little cuddle bug. Like, as I don't know, a souvenir of District 4.
Holt!
Oh,
Clem!
shit. Clem,
What?
don't look at my hand of cards. I'll
Tell
come
me-
down.
I'm over by Vendries' quarters.
I walk down faster.
I'm staying out of that.
Salandra, what?
Alright. You don't see that. Or you don't see me either.
So,
Do you see
Salandra,
any-
that is what
I'm
you
looking
see.
around.
And Holt, this is what you see.
That's what he looks like to me?
That's what he looks like to you. Something vaguely like that.
I go over to Vindrace and I'm gonna.
And Vindrace is cuddling this cute kitty.
Oh, I see.
Little guy.
Okay. So, this thing is not a fucking cat.
Okay.
And you don't go the fuck anywhere or you're fucking dead, okay? I'm looking at the cat.
I'm not moving.
I'm not talking to you.
Like, the cat looks up at Vindrace sweetly, and the cat looks up at you sweetly, and then winks.
So, Holt,
Ooh.
you said that someone's fucking following you.
Mm-hmm. I'm just staring intently at that cat. Like, I don't want to break eye contact.
Have you noticed a fucking cat around since someone was following you?
I've been noticing a lot of fucking cats around.
About to say, that's the problem, Holt. Too many cats.
I haven't seen this one around before.
Well, this is our fucking tourist.
Mm-hmm. Still staring at the cat.
Clem and Rye probably burst in.
Hey, Lobo. You too.
Lobo, like, everyone starts showing up in Vindrace's apartment, and she's like, is everything all right?
Hi, baby.
It's a cat.
No, it's not a fucking cat.
It's a cat, Solandra.
I'm gonna pick up the cat.
You can fucking see me, but you think that's a cat.
Yeah. I have no reason to believe otherwise. It's fuzzy. It's a cat. You pick up the cat, Holt.
Is it like any heavier than a normal cat?
Nope, it's just a cat.
It's a cat.
And I mean, like, it kind of wriggles out of your grasp, like, please let me down.
No, I'm gonna hold on to it.
And Vindrace gets up and she looks at you a little frustrated. She's like, you're hurting him.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I mean, I assumed you were just, like, picking him up by his front arms.
Yeah, like I'm just holding him up. I'll hold him more gently in both of my arms, like cradle him. There. I'm gentle. I've had some weird shit happen to me the past couple days.
As this thing begins gently pawing your face.
I have scales all over my face.
With tiny claws.
Let it try.
My God, he's so cute.
At this point, your face has become, and now, Solandra, as the cat moves places, like, imagine a cat man being picked up and held in the same way as this cat is being held in all times. That is what you see.
Oh, this is giving me a fucking headache.
You want to come out? Did you drop your invisibility spell?
No, not yet.
Solandra, are you like on the communication things?
No, I'm standing right next to you.
Whoa!
Vindrace looks at you.
Glass,
Invasion
please.
of personal space.
Sorry. And Hold's going to step out into the hallway with the cat.
Okay. At which point, Vindrace gets up and starts getting all finger pokey at Solandra. So, what the fuck do you think you're doing? You come into someone else's room, you accuse their cat of being some sort of monster?
That cat has been following Holt. Alright, I'm gonna go.
It's probably hungry. Maybe it's slightly intelligent. You don't know.
It's a fucking cat man who takes cat form. And that's weird in this world? Come on.
And then she just hops and says, yeah, right, because that's a thing that just happens.
Oh, yeah. Says the fucking rage mage. As I walk out of the hall.
Oh, where do you take the cat? What do you do with the cat?
Just right to the corner of the hallway. I'm just holding it and looking intently into its eyes.
So Grub, can you teleport things, say, a mile or two in the air?
Yeah, I could.
Wait, what?
Well,
Why don't we
Cats
just
went-
teleport him back down to the city?
Aw, Clem says that, and this cat looks at you, Holt, and it's just like, no, please don't send me back. I don't want to have to fight for my meals.
One of you talked to me before. Can you talk to me?
I transform into a cat.
Do you start communicating with the cat?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Finally, someone else on the level.
Sorry, that one always takes me a minute to figure out.
What's going on here? Are they gonna throw me out? I don't want to.
No, I think we were just worried because can you turn invisible?
You mean you can't?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's how I catch rats, silly.
Oh. Well, we were worried because Holt's been followed by lots of cats lately, and he
probably
just wanted
were-
to make sure.
Probably working from a cavity. Don't worry about that. I'm a free agent. I don't take in with him.
Oh, thank God. All right, that works for me.
As these cats start yowling at each other.
Are we gonna have a I'm looking between those, like... Clementine, is everything okay?
I wonder what Zoltan's menu includes.
Clem just kind of nuzzles the cat, licks its head.
Ah, fuck.
Oh no, now they're grooming each other.
I'll set the cat down.
Like, if no one stops it, this cat and Clem are gonna start playing.
Sure. I think that's too cute to step in.
Clementine, cat playing is happening.
If someone's got a ball of string,
Actually, I might.
that just seems like something Holt would have in his inventory. Like,
I do have twine.
You
just
do have
because
twine.
Cap the player goes through and adds every little,
You take out some twine and start playing with these cats. They have a fantastic time.
Is that a fleeting feeling of joy in my heart?
Is it?
Roll for joy?
So
Holt for joy.
I am seeing a man on the ground, rolling around, playing with
With Clementine, who is doing the same thing.
Clementine, who is also shapeshifted. So I also.
Well,
Fuck.
it's weird. Like, what you see of the Catman is the Catman. What you see of Clementine is like a halfling's body, like wrenched awfully into the shape of a cat. Like joints and parts just cracked at impossible angles. It's fucking terrifying. If only to express that what is happening to one is not the same as what is happening to the other.
All right, I'm gonna take the goggles off. Here. I go up behind Holt.
Mm.
Holt, I am standing behind you, putting something on you.
Can you reach?
Yes.
Slandra,
You're not that fucking tall.
you fetch a box.
You say stretching.
You fetch a box, stand up
I
on
can
it,
fucking
and
fly.
put the goggles over his head. Holt, I don't know if you've ever had an invisible blindfold put over your face, but it's kind of disconcerting. All of a sudden, there's just fucking nothing, but instead of blindfold, there's true sight, and you get to see what happened to Clem, and oh god, that's weird.
Ugh.
And then you
Ugh.
get to see the Catman. And they are just having a ball.
Huh. I stopped moving the string for them to play with. I just sort of am staring at this.
Clem stops, licks a paw.
You see the fucking problem right now?
I see a lot of things, Solandra.
Hold on, let me get my GIF.
Oh, remember what happened to Reed? That just remember.
There we go.
Clementine.
I did.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on, Reynolds.
Lots of things.
It does occur to me that I did make the DM go somewhat insane using True Sight at one point.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the other side. True Sight. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
I'm going to reach down and pet this cat.
Now this is where things get weird, because there's
Yeah.
fur under your hands, but what you're petting is a cat man.
I'm gonna I'm sort of it's so strange, but belly rub.
Belly rub. You start rubbing this thing's belly, and like any cat, it enjoys it for a time, and then it starts attacking your arm.
So
It's
What the
absolutely
fuck?
ineffectual.
So the natural form of this thing is basically human.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, Clementine. Can you ask this guy why he looks like a person?
Did you get that?
Do you relay that?
I want to know if he understands when we're speaking to him as humans.
Ah. He wants to know something?
Yeah. He wants to know why you are shaped like a person.
I'm not shaped like a person. I'm a cat.
Are you but you're like a special cat, aren't you?
I mean, I can go invisible, but I mean, I thought most cats could do that.
I'm gonna gently
mean-
pick up Clementine to move her out of my field of view because she's making kind of nuts.
I mean, most of the cats that I know can do this. Not all.
I
I
mean-
thought when you were a tall one that turned into a cat, I thought that you could do it too.
Mm-mm. No. Huh. Okay. So, why are you here on the ship?
I liked that one. It said, pointing, it says, gesturing towards Holt.
I like him too.
And,
And-
as he goes on, well, actually, I really liked all of you. I knew that you'd take care
Aw.
of me.
And when you said that you were a free agent,
Yes.
are you here with extra motives? Extra work to do?
I'm here for fish. Do you have food? I can catch rats. I'm really good at it.
You're hired.
It starts purring with happiness.
Clementine, that's a lot of meowing. Can you
Can you translate?
Oh,
Holt,
I'm gonna
I don't
go
know
back
if
to
you've
being
ever
slightly
seen,
taller.
you've seen a grown, you are watching a grown cat man purr in happiness. Walking around on all fours. But the thing is, it's walking around on all fours, but with the agility of a cat.
It's really mesmerizing.
It's super weird. But what was that, Clementine? What'd you want to do?
Oh, she will give the cat man a little friendly bop with her head, and turn back into halfling form.
You share sense. It's weird. I mean, it's weird. He has a hard time parsing. This is a tall one. This is a short, tall one that can turn into a cat. Can't go invisible, but is still special and has a strange scent that somehow identifies that it is a small, tall one that has been turned into a cat. Okay.
Alright, well, I think I should fucking cast a spell magic on this thing and see if it reverts to its innate form. This could be just someone who was polymorphed into a cat and forgot that they were something else.
Please
But I don't
take these goggles back before I
Sure.
throw up.
All right.
Thank you.
Clem pops back into halfling form. Whew. Okay.
All right. I'll cast Dispel Magic.
Okay. Targeted dispel.
Yep. At the key.
You targeted dispel the kitty. Make a caster level check.
D20?
Yep.
Ooh, another. 19. Is it was the roll? Was the roll? I'm not sure what I'm adding. Caster level to it.
Yes, caster level. Like,
Okay,
that's what things
so-
look like on the ethereal plane. It's very difficult to determine depth and other things.
33.
33. Yep, you dispel that cat. That cat's been dispelled. He can't use
Does
his
any-
invisibility for 1d3 rounds. I'm sorry, 1d4 rounds, and he rolled a 3.
Humph.
Did that do anything?
No. Did he change?
Hmm.
I peek over the goggle. Crap.
I don't think he's gonna change back. I think he's just a cat, but he's also a person.
Like, after
So-
3 rounds pass, experimentally, it just sort of, like, waves a paw, and, like, the Catman obviously casts a spell, and then the Catman is perfectly visible, but for the rest of you, the cat has disappeared. And then the cat
He just-
reappears.
He just wants a home.
It can. He can turn invisible?
Yeah, that's how he got on the ship.
Oh.
And he says he's not working with McCavity, that he's a free agent, and that he likes you, Holt.
Who is fucking the cavity?
The master thief that wants the gun that I have. I'll explain it all later, I promise. Let's do this first.
Do what? I mean, I
I don't know,
We don't
decide
need to
what
get
to
rid
do
of him.
with our little friend here.
We should keep him on the ship, in case we have mice.
Clementine, you're a good judge of character, and I trust you a lot. Do you think
Thank
this
you.
guy's telling the truth?
Honestly, yeah.
They called Lobo over.
Yeah.
Is he looking as annoyed and incredulous as I am?
Yeah, I mean, like, he looks at you and just sort of grumbles. Like they'd never seen an invisible cat before.
If Clementine says it's alright, I'm inclined to believe her, Solandra.
well,
I mean, even if he is a person that's been polymorphed to a cat at some point, if he wants to be a cat now.
to me, the risk is largely to you, Holt. I mean, it could be a fucking risk to us all, depending on whether or not this thing is able to contact others and bring them on board. So,
What, is it gonna work the teleporter with paws?
well, what did he look like when you saw him?
Like
How do you know he has to be?
a
look like
guy
that?
covered in fur?
So,
But like when I reached down to touch him, it was still cat-shaped and cat-sized and...
yeah, the true sight shows the natural form of things, the way they're supposed to look. Fuck.
Honestly, I don't want to fight about it. Do
Well,
whatever you want, Swander.
like I said, the risk is to you, from what I can tell.
Nothing of import was lost.
Yep. When last we left off, Vindres had named the cat Cheech, and Holt suggested that they keep it, if only to annoy Solandra.
Slander ground her teeth. How the fuck is the fate of Septemport on us? Fuck.
I know, right? Wild. It's like maybe somebody wants to get someone else to do it because you all are incompetent. Just let the magic cat pour.
I sunder X.
Ah! All right, where are y'all headed?
Ah,
I'm hungry. What do you eat?
That's a good idea.
Sounds good.
Does Vendrace want to join us for food?
Vendrace would love some food.
Okay.
She brings Cheech with her.
Okay, great.
He is happy to join. You guys all show up in the galley. The guards all have new equipment. They all have the weapons that they're proficient in, but in a +4 variety. They're all wearing various forms of magical armors. They've all got sick belts, two sets of magical manacles, some special magic boots, some special magic goggles. I think they have a
Hey
set of
guys,
magic
looking
gloves.
great.
They all give you a thumbs up and they're like, yeah, thanks a lot for all this stuff. We feel really safe. Like, you know, like we're not just gonna get destroyed by some sort of strange lightning weapon.
I feel really safe having you guys here.
Hey, Lobo.
They all laugh and cheer.
I go over. Hey, Lobo.
Yeah.
Got anything left over? I ain't got shit. Where'd you get them?
You got them like basic +3. Oh no, it was +4 armor, +3 weapons. But they all have a variety of weird weapons, and he's like, nah, I spread it out between all of us. And then like he snaps his fingers and he is wearing, you know, a fantastic resplendent mithril chain shirt, and he has an axe that has been glamored that is hanging off of his back, as well as a healthy accoutrement of other magical and wondrous items. And then he snaps his fingers again, and he's back to old Lobo. Who would have thought a glamour is real cheap? I should mention, Solandra, you saw that all the while. That being said,
Yeah.
you might want to take those goggles off before you fall over something. Because, like, traversing the real world and in the ethereal plane is, you know, it's like, it's that image. It's all black and white, grayscale. It's hard to keep track of things. It's like in The Hobbit, when he puts the one ring on. It's just hard.
Yep.
It's hard to understand.
Solandra, can I try those on?
Yeah. Here.
Ah!
Oh no, you let Clem look at the pretty pictures. Kaga makes an adequate meal, futzing with the replicators. He's like, can I get some fire? There we go. Okay, fire, I can work with that. And he starts like trying to replicate utensils and foodstuffs, and it's all right. It's edible. He puts out a glass of milk for the cat. The cat loves the milk. People leave scraps for Cheech. Cheech loves the scraps.
Rivo, do you want to turn?
With what?
Those.
Oh, give them a try.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's right. They are not for breaking.
Like, no offense, buddy, but it's some pretty weird shit.
It's fun though.
It's
Coming
the
from
fucking.
the person who drinks mushrooms.
It's the world as it fucking is. So, yeah, naturally, it's going to be difficult to deal with.
Over the meal, the dealing with McCavity. And he'll leave out the little nighttime visit.
Sounds good. Just like, yeah, these cats and shit. It's fucked up.
Skeleton guy in a bunch of rags gave me an ultimatum.
I'll give you one more chance.
And I told him to piss off.
Yep.
And what he wants is the gun.
Yeah.
And
To use it?
he insists that he just wants to keep it as a prize. He would never let it fall into anyone's hands, nor would he wield it.
And I said that was a load of bullshit.
If it is McCavity, it would be a hard read.
Yeah. I just feel like it's safer with us. Because then I don't have to worry about it. I can just look right there and say, hey, are you still there at my belt? And she'll say, yes, I am. Thank you for checking.
You say as she hops up into your hand and then hops back down.
Yeah. Still getting used to that.
I should mention, Zoltan is here, but he doesn't eat anything.
I think that's really nice that he's just being here to be part of the team.
And he, like, tries to make small talk with the security guys, but they're a bunch of ruffians, and he's just, he quickly excuses himself because he's like, nah, just, nice to meet you guys. Great to meet you. He says,
Sarush.
sitting next to Holt. Sarush is not present at mealtime.
Oh, isn't he within telepathic range on the ship?
Yes, you could send him a message, and then you can communicate telepathically. So yes, that's possible.
How did the conversation go? What was your resolution?
The resolution is that he does his surgery on his side of the infirmary, and I'll do mine on my side of the infirmary.
What's your opinion of him?
He's a vampire, but he seems to bear no ill will. Of course, if I were a truly insidious vampire, I would never reveal my contempt for the living.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, supposedly he's looking for a cure.
He mentioned. I told him it was impossible. He told me that he didn't care.
Fuck this. Well, I'll go over and sit down next to him.
Oh, hello. Don't think I've met you yet.
Salandra. So, you're Zoltan, I gather.
I am, yes.
I am avoiding eye contact, by the way. Just general self-preservation rules. So, Holt told me what your price was for your assistance.
Yes.
It's something I'm personally very interested in.
Oh.
So I'm not.
May I ask
Go
why?
ahead. Because someone I care about is in your fucking condition.
I figured as much. I'm sorry.
So, you know about vampirism in general?
All too much. I've been studying my condition for 5 centuries now.
I wasn't fucking excited about having you on for what should be freaking obvious reasons. But we're running this like a democracy. So, as it stands, the risks are pretty fucking high, obviously. But I can't say there's a whole lot I want more than to be able to find a cure. So I'm pretty fucking motivated that way. Is there any way of breaking a sire's bond to its spawn?
Yes, actually. I've
Just
done it
killing the
myself.
sire?
That can help, but sometimes it doesn't sever the connection entirely. Of course, that also creates other problems. I was able to do it myself simply through force of will. I was a surgeon my whole life. I didn't like the knife work that she made me perform. And so I was able to focus on that over a series of several decades. And then finally, as I came into my own and my power grew, I never revealed my true feelings toward her and what she made me do, and then I stopped. I fled the graveyard and came to the walls. I came to the gates, and it was at that point I reached a sort of an impasse with myself. I could try to run out into the night and become a fugitive among the living for the rest of my days. Or I could turn myself over to the Holy Guard's wisdom and see what they could do. And
So you've worked with the Holy Guard?
yes. Centuries ago. I barely know who's in charge anymore. So they staked me, brought me back to the cathedral, kept me locked in an underground basement, and I won't say that it didn't hurt. I won't say that they didn't douse me in holy water and do all sorts of awful, terrible, painful things. But I can see and understand that they never relished what they did. They never did it because they despised me. It was clear that they were doing it out of caution. Steps had to be taken. I had to be encircled with running water. I had to be staked and bound and guarded at all times. And eventually they taught me how to control the darker parts of myself.
How long did that take?
3 years, so not very long at all, really. And I mean, most of that was spent in Byzantine purification maneuvers. The actual training to counteract the bloodlust only took a few months.
Fuck, I don't think I have the heart.
You could leave it to me. I've never done it before, but I know how to do it. I never forget anything.
Alright, we'll fucking burn that bridge when we come to it.
Okay.
I'm getting a sense, doing a sense motive on him just to see.
Okay.
Particularly around the Holy Guards.
31.
He seems on the level. Vampires make great liars and can do some fucked up shit, but
Yep.
you sense none of it occurring.
All right, we'll talk more.
Good.
I get up and I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. I just want. I guess I just went back to my quarters.
Infested goblin?
Yeah, I mean, I did what I could, Clementine.
Exactly.
It's not a problem.
I know that we've had a busy few days, but I don't think it would be a bad idea for us while we're all here to think about where we're going to hit next.
Oh, and there goes Solandra leaving the room.
Oh, well, okay.
You can call me back.
Uh, well, really, it was you and you as well, Vindres, that I wanted to, I don't know, try to convince. What we discovered when we touched down in District 4 that District 4 isn't going to last much longer lies from 3. And that's not going to happen because of the undead threat. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I would have.
Who are you telling about what?
Yeah, we'll call Solandra back.
Salandra explicitly didn't look like she was going anywhere. She just looked blank. Like she, was at a loss.
Solandra, do you have a few minutes?
Sure.
I mean, we can do it later too. It's just we're all here together right now. I was just thinking about how District 4 is facing those food shortages, and it's already going to be a tough winter for them because we can't just immediately plant the food and then it's all just going to be immediately available. Like, these farms have probably been burned, and that's going to take time to recover. And we need to recover that as soon as possible.
You're pitching Fring's District 3.
Yes, as our next priority.
What about getting Vindries back to 1?
That's why I wanted to talk to all of you, yourself included, Vindres. I know that going back to the peak is important, and I know, selfishly, I know how much it can help us, but I just think that more people are in danger, and that we have to help them first.
Okay. I see your perspective, and I understand that the metric that you're measuring this is not flawed, but in the one hand you have our power, and in the other hand you have their lives. And not even I can tell you which is more valuable. I'd like to say choosing our power is the right way to go, but to sacrifice so many lives for it?
Exactly.
Not to say that the walls will fall and the siege will break in the time it takes for me to go there, but if you can handle that problem quickly, I won't have a complaint. But if you're talking about a weeks long campaign to liberate Wind City, if you could just scooch me up first, that'd be nice.
Well, fucking liberating Wind City is just part of the problem, though. I mean, the food shortage is gonna be there no matter what because of the undead.
Right.
So unless we solve the undead problem, liberating Wind City is just, I mean, it's not going to save anybody in District 4.
Exactly.
I mean, we have a plague of fucking undead, and the only way of dealing with it all is to carve the heart out of it, because otherwise, there's just too many. We don't have the resources to kill 100,000 fucking zombies.
Zoltan pipes up. Necromancer, I assume?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Arch Necromancer, yeah.
Drax.
The real one.
Yes.
As far as we know.
Okay, that's bad. What I...
Served by someone very powerful of your kind.
Huh.
We know that. We know that the person who raised him, whatever Drax is now, it's barely fucking sentient.
Strange.
The thing that raised him was one of your kind.
Are you sure it's under their control?
Probably not.
Okay.
Fucking thing could be controlled by anyone. It's gone far beyond a lich or anything like that. It's a if it was human at one point, it's not fucking anything resembling. More like an undead daemon.
That sounds bad. On the point of the nature of the graveyard, anything west of the mountains should be safe.
So, the area where Armstrong used to be.
Right. Oh, it's been destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By what?
Oh.
An airstrike.
Excuse me?
One of these ships
But bigger.
threw bombs and fire at it until it was nothing.
Vindres looks incredibly guilty.
So does Holt.
I assume not this one, right?
Certainly not with us crewing it.
Okay.
I think it was a warship. My recollection was a warship. Is that incorrect?
It
That's
was
correct.
Doskius' ship.
Okay.
That being said, he also comments, I don't know how much fertile farmland there is in the wilds, and I don't know what the elves would do with it, but maybe you could beseech them for help? You know, elves and trees and plants and stuff, they go well together.
There are, I think, hundreds of thousands, million. I look over at Holt. Millions of people in this district.
You wouldn't go. Maybe single million and then some. Well, there used to be anyway.
I mean, just bear in mind, like Manhattan Island, the great, New York proper is around 15 million people. So
Okay. Still, things in District 3 are spread out a lot. In District in District 4?
District 4.
Oh yeah, no, District 4 definitely has millions and millions.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And so feeding them, yeah, that's a lot of food.
Yup.
So, we've got. Do we take out the necromancer? Will that stop the undead? If we bring back the city, then the Holy Guard have a place to operate out of the wilds. I mean, I've spent time in the wilds, and you know me, and I don't like being in the wilds.
Yeah, I don't think that the elves, at least from what I remember, spend a lot of time and energy in wanting to bail out District 4.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is, yeah.
Yeah, the problem with elves, nothing against elves, it's just we don't have anything to offer you, them.
I could talk to him.
It may come to that.
Yeah, an old city bred half orc. They'd love that.
Zoltan
probably
dryly
just
comments, I'm certain.
They probably just banish you somewhere.
Well, that's why we need to think about what our options are.
Clementine, I agree with you. It's the thing I want to do the most, too. I think that the temple could hold out longer, but I guess the question is getting Vendries to District 1. It seems like it's a fairly short amount of our time. I'm not
That's
sure
true
how
as
much.
well.
I'm not sure
We
how.
also don't know what's going on up there.
Well, yeah, if we have to involve the Chosen's problems, that's a whole fucking different story.
And
That's-
not to mention that if something goes wrong up there, we could lose this ship.
And certainly, if we try tackling Daskius, we could got it on
No
hand.
could about it. If we go up against Daskius, we lose.
That's a pretty hard game over. I don't want to say it's a game over. It's a hard game over. Not like literally game over, but like, ah!
Vendrace, when you were able to talk to Gunnar, did he give you any sort of news as to how things were at the top of the mountain? Was he even there? I know he's not okay, but maybe if we got closer to the mountain, we'd be able to hail one of your allies?
I mean, I don't know what's going up there. I don't know what will happen. I'm sorry, you're surrounded by a lot of unknowns, and I hate to leave you without intelligence. I hate to leave you without this vital information, but there are just some things we can't figure out. And figuring them out takes time, and time is a resource.
I know.
I'm personally willing to go right in, magic blazing, ready to lose my temper if it comes to
if
it.
you
Well,
if you have to do that, you're not just fighting with your life, though. You're fighting with mine too.
Right. She says, sort of ashamed because it's very clear that she forgot. On the one hand, Holt, this alleviates you because you're like, oh man, she's thought so little of the bomb, like she might not even like consider triggering it because you just forgot about it. On the other hand, like, bitch, I need you to live.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose we could always get a Golem part replacement, like yeah, Golem
Please,
head
no.
probably is not useful.
No, Please don't do that.
Golem replacement for what?
His head.
Whose head?
Mine? Please no. The world's done enough to me. Yeah, I know, Cheech.
I know!
Life is suffering.
And no one understands.
So yeah, I want to go to Wind City. I want to recruit Alexander, get benefit of his knowledge and wisdom. I want to get Aziz's knowledge and wisdom because we fucking don't have enough. And I want to save the people of Wind City. There's no question about it.
I think right now, what we can do. So everything goes back to that necromancer. If we can take him out, then we're cutting off the flow of undead.
Zoltan pipes up.
Right?
It's not that simple.
The controlling force of the undead will be gone, but not the undead.
Not even that, actually. Usually when Drax is destroyed, or when the necromancer is destroyed, the undead return to the dust of the earth and then slowly make their way back to the graveyard, never to be seen again until several decades pass. The issue is that we're not dealing with some incarnation. We're not dealing with just a necromancer with a capital N. We're dealing with Drax with a capital D. That's the problem. I don't know if you can destroy such a thing.
But potentially you can banish it.
That's
Or trap it.
definitely doable. Trap it. Control it. Those would be much more... Strangely enough, those would be much simpler to destroying it, but... Not even I have that knowledge. I doubt Sarush does either. We're dealing with very powerful, very dark magic.
Thank you. Salandra, could I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
And we'll step away out of earshot. Alright. What are your thoughts on channeling Kira?
To what purpose? To what effect?
My real question is, if I brought in Dogo and you brought in Kira and we dropped onto that graveyard, I don't think the necromancer could stop us.
Kira and Dogo's portfolios aren't predominantly combat, and they don't have a whole lot to do with the undead. Now, if you said Marduk, that's a different story. He's built for this fucking shit.
Yeah, and
But-
Marvo's not gonna tag him in for anything.
I know, but I'm not sure if the deities of chaos and fucking sweetness are necessarily the best tools here. I mean, Kiera, what do you think? You feel like going toe-to-toe with Drax?
I mean, I only asked because it was her key that was in the graveyard.
Didn't work very fucking well.
That's true.
All it did is keep him pinned, but didn't really prevent him from exerting control.
Actually, it did a really good job of preventing him from asserting control.
Physically trapping it in a tomb.
Underneath that Keys guys, that Keys vigil, he was pretty addled. He was pretty fucked up. Like,
He was
imagine
pretty
someone
fucked up
with
too.
Alzheimer's trying to command an army of the undead. Oh yes, certainly. Sometimes they march. Sometimes they don't.
Mostly they shamble.
Mostly they shamble.
Do you know what you're fucking?
Sorry, you cut out.
Do you know what you're fucking asking of me?
Yeah, I know. But for the entire city, isn't it worth?
The reason why I'm not saying no.
I just think that I mean, you joke and you say that Kira is sweetness, but, Kira is life. In a way that the undead are distinctly not.
Kira cares about human beings in toto. She cares about civilizations. She cares about the survival of the species, and in theory, she cares about individual, but it's abstract. The way you might care about someone in some other part of the world who you've never met. It's she's pretty comfortable with collateral damage at the end of the day. Sorry, Kira, but I mean, gods. The analogy I used with one time is when I see a little urchin on the street and decide that that they're charming and bright and I want to do something to help them. I have the best of fucking intentions, and maybe I help, but maybe I screw up their fucking life and make other people think, he gave that kid something. Maybe I should take it away from them. I don't know what the consequences are. I can't know. And at the end of the day, that kid's one life. Well, it's only a little tiny bit of my attention, only a tiny bit of my focus. I've got other shit I'm doing. And so if I found out a year later that little urchin died, I'd be sad about it. But, and when I gave her this analogy, she said, that's a pretty accurate description of our relationship. So I know that I want to do the right thing. I know that I fucking cause misery with doing the things I think are the right things sometimes. But fuck. It's a fucking insane plan. It might work.
I do have the God of Madness.
That doesn't reassure me, Clementine. I really wish you had a God of reason. It might make things easier. I was a big one for taking fucking enormous risks with my own life. The idea of taking fucking enormous risks with Septemport is giving me a fucking ulcer, okay? I really want sure things right now, and there are no fucking sure things.
Look, there's things that I'm sure of. I'm sure that cat is always going to want milk. I'm sure that I can always trust you to think way too much about what we're doing.
It's good that one of us does.
Hey!
Fuck, divided by 4, it's still not a whole...
What are you talking about?
Booga boogoo.
Okay. I'm willing to entertain this plan. I'd rather carve my own fucking eyes out, but I'm willing to entertain it.
And
But there's a price to be
Clementine
paid.
is looking at you, but she's kind of looking past you, and her eyes are glazed over.
You chatting with Dogo?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you still chatting with fucking Dogo?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Dave, I'm a slow typer. I only type 40 words a minute.
That's better than me.
Vivisectionist?
No, I don't like the sound of that.
Don't worry about it.
Well, whatever we do with Drax, just remember that the city still has to be free too. And I think we only get one shot at this channeling thing for however long, so we better not waste it.
All right. So, in talking to Dogo, it sounds like we might be better off tagging in Holt, or if we can bully him into it hard enough, Rivo to try and tackle the necromancer himself.
Well, yeah, you'd think fucking Marduk would be the person for that. But you can't bully Rivo.
That's very true.
Rival taps on your shoulder.
I'm not actually gonna bully you, Rivo.
I'm
Hello.
going to tell you what I told him. I'll sacrifice whatever is asked. We need to get the fucking avalanche started. We've got to do something to give people a standard to rally to, something to have hope in. This fucking talk is driving me nuts.
Well, I think we may have a solution to that.
Marduk says Dogo can probably accomplish more than, well, that he can. That
In ways, I think, yes.
it won't be just you. It'll be something big. Whereas whatever happens with Marduk and me, it will be just me.
All right. I think we can work with that.
But what? We only do this once?
No. The better. This is good. If we'll take back Wind City, and that's the flag to rally around. That's going to be a place for the Holy Guard to stay. That's what we need to do.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
Listen, what I'm talking about. Do we only get one chance for these gods to pour whatever they are into us?
Based on what we saw with when it happened to fucking Holt, it takes a big price out of you when you do it. It's not something.
That. I've had. No, you don't know. I'm one tough son of a bitch.
It doesn't fucking matter. It's good. It's not necessarily a price of the body, a price of your spirit, and your everything that makes you.
Holt!
You can't do it casually. You can't do it over and over.
Come here.
Okay. I'll come over.
Holt.
But it's not a one shot.
You could, if you were so inclined, you could channel Gemma again right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I mean, it's not like a switch that you can press
No, but
so easily.
It's not something you recover from in like a. You were not great for a while after that.
No, it's a lot of energy going through your body, and I don't know, maybe it will be easier for people like you, Solandra, and Clementine, because you do magic, you're used to it to a degree.
I suspect.
Yeah.
I suspect that of all of us, it's going to be the easiest on you, Holt, because of what you are now, not what you were at the time.
You
But
know, I really don't think that's true. It's,
Well, that way the horns don't have to grow out of your head multiple times.
I mean, I don't just send a message through my mind to Gemma and say, I would like, please.
I would like one
No,
god meld,
there's-
please.
That's not how it works.
you have to acquire the attributes of the thing you're trying to channel.
Yeah, which is easier said than done.
Yep.
Which means that you might
Yeah,
have to
says the
be nice.
non-shapeshifter.
I know.
No, but so what? You're thinking about all of us gods melding to take back Wind City? Is that
No.
overkill?
I can do it. I can do it.
Taking back Wind City isn't like just tackling one problem. It's a fucking, I mean, there's a guy at the top of it, but it's an institution.
For Christ's sake.
Or we
Taking
could
on-
just,
taking on Drax is something that, there's no collateral damage to be had over there. He's a single target. We don't have to worry about civilians in that context. We're going after him.
Ow.
I think we should go with what Rivo's probably thinking, just open up the Bombay doors and shove Clementine down.
That's actually
Watch
not a
what
bad idea.
happens.
And I actually do mean that. Like, I want you to get the ship out of there because I don't know what is going to happen.
Clementine, that's not a good thing.
No, the problem will go away.
Clementine, we don't know if you're going to take out the entire district.
Doug, are you going to take out the entire district? No, exactly. Like, nuclear war isn't funny, Holt.
No, I'm not trying to make a joke. What I'm just saying is when I channeled Gemma, I turned into a extremely powerful demon swordsman. I don't know what this is going to do to you.
Seriously, Holt, you weren't yourself. Like, you ripped those guys' spines off. You chopped that devil's legs off, ripped off a part of his skin, grabbed some spines, and made him write you a contract. And when he started fucking it up and trying to muck with the wording, you drove his face into the dirt. Like,
Yeah.
that's a whole level of, oh boy, that's a whole level of, like, bullying. Like, that is some knee breaking that, like, even, like, Kali would say, maybe you've gone a little too far.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be like, he'll live. And she'll be like, yeah, maybe. Fucking maybe.
So, Clementine, this force that you think you can release as channeling.
Oh, I know I
Dogo,
can.
Are you talking about releasing that on Wind City or on wherever Drax is?
Wind City.
And what the fuck is it going to do to everybody else?
That's a very good question.
That city's not evacuated.
I mean, it is a very good question that, like, no one can figure out the answer to. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like, this is uncharted territory. Risks are being taken. High risk, high reward.
I trust you and I'll follow you, but I also remember how much of a wreck you were after the Blood Plague. And that's all I'm
Yeah.
going to say.
That and even though it was awful and I am probably gonna go to hell for even doing it, it was worth it. I don't think we would have survived without it.
It's my job as a friend to just say that. I've said it.
I appreciate
Done.
that. Thank you. I can do it, guys. We can do it. Are we in agreement on this?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if I should, like, tell our crew people what to expect. So I don't want to scare them.
I mean, they've all been sitting here listening to this conversation.
No, I deliberately walked away so we wouldn't.
Oh, right. Okay, you win. You win today.
Thank you.
You
It doesn't take much.
Clementine.
It doesn't take much. Alright, guys. I'm gonna, do some whisper and go to bed.
Please brew the tea this time instead of eating a whole mushroom.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Just, take the edge off.
I'll go with you.
Okay. You mean, like, just to hang out and drink tea, right? You're not coming with me tomorrow.
No.
I mean, honestly, any of you guys can come and hang out and have tea. With Whisper or without, it's up to you.
Come on, let's go.
Alright. Good night, everybody!
One second, actually. Solandra's on pause at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Arrivo is actually dragging you away.
No. This is time is like.
Oh, time is.
Because I would say something and after I get a response to a question, but it's taking
Gotcha.
a while to get a response.
That's okay. Time is fluid. Oh, dang, I totally forgot I was gonna get my hair cut today. Well,
Oops.
that's okay, I'll just be slightly fluffy when I go and do tomorrow. I'm also gonna wear my Ponyo dress so you can see it!
Yay.
Ponyo to pride. Ponyo to pride.
Cryptic metaphor.
So,
Moody atmospheric bullshit.
Clementine,
Mm.
I agree to this plan, but there's a price. I have to be there. I know it's not going to be fucking pretty, but
You or you and Kira?
if needed,
Okay.
if I'm far away, I can do a fucking thing. If things start spinning. If I'm
Okay.
with you, then I've got a chance.
I
Deal.
think that
That sounds good.
that's important. I want to be there too.
Hey, no, that's... Mm-mm.
Try and stop me, Clementine.
I will be able to tomorrow.
The one and only time.
Fucking.
No.
You hold nothing over me.
Look, Solandra, it's not that Solandra can take care of herself better than you. It's that Kira might actually be able to help if things get out of hand, and in a way that you cannot.
I'm still gonna be there, so, like, nice try, but
Yeah, and what are you gonna do if this whole thing goes nuclear?
die. I mean, I've done it before. But you said that's not gonna happen, so...
Fine. Rivo, I guess you're invited as well.
At the end of the day, we're willing to take risks with the lives of everybody in fucking Wind City. We have to be willing to take those same risks with our own, right?
Besides, we'll have the airship within teleporter distance, yeah?
I'd
It's
like
probably-
to keep the airship pretty far away. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
like, yeah.
Thinking about what Clementine's abilities do to technology sometimes,
Yeah.
if Dogo has a impact, well, I wouldn't want every instrument on board fried.
Good point, good point. I don't know how any of these things work, so...
Especially
Me
this
neither, but I'm not willing to take the risk on the ship. Especially not for Grub. He'd be so sad, guys.
It would be.
one. He already lost one ship. Don't make him go through it again.
He traded up, though.
This is true.
He sure did.
He traded up so hard.
If he goes up the same order, well, he's going to be in a fucking dreadnought next time.
Go do your whisper.
This place smells a lot fucking better than... Remember those Helgaks? Oh,
I loved them.
they smell like crap, literally.
You don't like that manure smell? It smells like springtime.
It smelled like 6-month-old garbage. And believe me, I know a lot of garbage.
Oh man, I was trying to find a picture, a GIF of the spaceship from Spaceballs going by. Just to show what Grub was trading up to. So Clem and Rivo go to chill out in Clem's room as she takes how much whisper? A responsible amount of whisper or
A responsible amount of.
Okay.
Actually, a slightly smaller than responsible amount of whisper.
Okay.
Like it's literally just to take the edge off so she can sleep.
Okay. Do you have any points in alchemy?
I do.
Ooh,
I
roll it.
have. Let's see. First roll up. Good roll of the night. 24.
You are an expert at apportioning out whisper, and you give yourself a little more than sleepy time sized dose. You have wild dreams as your mind swims around the possibilities.
Before I conk out, Clem does offer Rye some.
So I talked to Holt for a little while before we...
Sure.
So Kali seems lovely, intelligent.
Yeah.
She'll be a great mother.
I think so.
You are... You can see Solandra starting to bite her tongue. You are very fortunate.
I'm crazy lucky is what I am. At least in terms of her. I don't know why she sticks by me, but...
Well, I would suggest at some point you focus your energies a little bit. She seems worth it.
I understand what you mean. And Kali and I have talked about it. At length.
Well, I'm not suggesting that you go mono, but
We have an open relationship, but she will always own my heart. No matter who owns my soul.
yeah, I mean, Gadra and I were sort of, kind of exclusive, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Well,
I
You
really
see this-
appreciate your help in making that safe house.
I can't have you fucking going insane. That seemed like a pretty good way to keep your head in the game. And like I said, she seems like a cool chick. I have a weakness for badasses.
She definitely is one.
Yeah. So, I hope this thing works out, but it might be the end of the line. So, I just thought I'd have a talk with you and tell you this stuff.
I appreciate it, Solandra. Thank you.
Plus, I need to practice being nice anyway. So, I might fucking need to do this big time tomorrow. So.
It's useless to say it, but try not to overthink this.
It's easy to say that, but there are so many paths, so many possibilities, and so many of them lead to so many people dying.
So focus on the ones that are achievable by us. Focus on the possibilities that have the best outcomes, and only focus on the others when
You guys
the
are all
battlefield
about
shifts.
are all about the high risk, high reward stuff.
No, it's not that I'm not paying attention to all
It's
those
the
risks and the things that can go wrong. It's just that you have to focus on the moment if you want to survive it.
Sure, but when you're planning, when you're thinking about your path, you have to try to think about those risks, because sometimes the risks are too high and the rewards aren't worth it.
And if you think about it too much, then you lose your chance, and it's almost like you decided to do nothing.
Well, I've never had any problems doing something.
The more we work together, the more that we'll find a balance, I think. And honestly, sometimes I need you as a voice of reason.
It's not my natural role.
I'd rather have to tell you to calm down your brilliant mind than to not have it there, because I'm not very smart. I never have been.
Slandra politely doesn't say anything.
No, it's fine. He knows.
Your silence says all it has to.
It's occurred to Slandra a couple of times is that, the difference between Holt and Toby. No, it's
Opposable
way
thumbs?
way bigger. So. Yeah, so let's hope that that Clementine's surety is the right path here.
I think so. He'll tap his foreheads. We think so.
And I trust both of your analysis. Oh, fuck. I was doing so well. Fuck.
You know, you almost had me until you dissolved into cursing. No, I know how you feel about Gamma and the fact that I talked to him, but input is useful.
I know.
What does yours think?
Kira really is more of a they, or but Let's call her she, because she usually takes kind of a
I can call her they. It's no problem. Just tell me what I gotta say.
Well, I think they are a bit more like me. That's, I guess it's obvious. Willing to give information when requested, but kind of worried about fucking things up by intervening too much. I think that they're trying to be a little bit more careful about how they solve the problem. The strategies, you remember the 4 plans, right?
Yeah.
Well, Kira's was not to use the giant magical weapons. At first, it seemed like hers was the most bloodthirsty, but it's the one that had the least risk of annihilating Septemport as a whole. It's, if we can get everyone to work together, we can fight off the fucking Dragon Empire. If District 1, District 2, District 3, District 4, District 5, and District 6, and the Hell all act together, they can fucking win this at a bloody, bloody cost. But they will win. And that's agency, that's humanity, that's us solving fucking problems. And not using a wishing machine, or dragons, or technology we can't fucking understand that might destroy us all. I agree with her, but I don't know if we can do it. I don't think we have the tools to get everybody working together. And I wish we did.
We tried that. We tried that once, and it sort of worked against the Dragon Emperor's opening force.
That was a token force from a couple of districts, not including the Chosen.
I'm not confident that we'll be able to do that, so I think that you're right, and we've made the best choices that we can. If we hadn't pursued the keys, then someone else would have.
Someone else really was.
That's kind of what I mean.
No, pursuing the keys was always the right call. That was the one thing we had to do no matter what. But using them, that's another fucking story.
One thing at a time.
Go to bed, Holt. We might have pleasant dreams. We might not have another night of them.
Yeah. Good night, Cilantro.
Halt.
Yeah.
There's a Cheech.
Hey, buddy. I'll give him head scratches.
He's so happy.
He's a fucking spy.
Probably, but, you know. Fuck it.
So does everybody go to bed?
Yes.
Sounds good. Halt, I have some bad news.
What's the bad news?
There is so you and Vendrez go to sleep, you hold her tight, it feels good to have someone beside you. And then you feel a bap on your face.
Really?
Really.
Wake up.
You turn over and Cheech is looking at you and you're like, is it feeding time? Is he hungry?
Boom, boom, boom. Go on, Terry Crews.
Burp, burp, burp. And like you can
You-
see that he has one of his paws like floating over your face.
Okay, I reach up to sort of push him away from my pillow.
Is that how you treat a guest, Halt?
McCavity's voice.
Does it sound like McCavity's voice?
It's been a week, Reynold. I can't remember.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was him.
You know, I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
I know. You're so stupid. Okay, here's what I really don't understand, though. So I asked you why you needed the gun, and you said you needed a weapon, but you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything about a dragon emperor or an impending attack or saving the world.
I didn't think that you'd care.
You get slapped right in the face. You get bapped by a cat.
How?
Do you think I'm some stupid thief? Do you think I'm some vainful, prideful moron?
Maybe not a moron, but vainful and prideful.
Only a moron would ignore such a thing.
Okay, all right. I'm listening now.
Good.
Oh god.
So where does this leave us?
This leaves me as a guest on your ship. Thank you very much for having me.
You're
I'll-
welcome.
Need larger meals than usual. I'm actually not an actual cat.
Is that what you really look like?
Yes,
You have impeccable style.
that's just my skin. I just wake up that way.
It's fascinating.
Well done, Randall. It's like, what the fuck?
You're welcome.
I knew I should have killed that fucking thing.
Oh, he wouldn't have let you.
I wouldn't have let you.
Why? Once he knows, it sounds like he's offering to help.
So, yes, I kind of need this to save the world. Her, not
Yes.
an object.
I understand. Ooh, but I will want it when you're done. It's a reputation thing. And I mean, when you're done, you won't need her anymore.
Well, I mean, you already tried to pick her up. She's got a taste of that, right? The voice in your head?
His head lolls to the side, and like I should note, you have the gun on you somewhere, or it's under your pillow or something.
Yeah.
And like with clumsy paws, he reaches under the pillow and says, "Excuse me, could you lift up your head?"
Mm-hmm, I do.
And he reaches up for the gun and like points it in your direction, and like puts a paw on the trigger and says, "Reach for the sky."
I don't.
Oh, come on. Anyway, no, it's fine now. Told you. I'm used to handling dangerous artifacts that mean to kill me if I hold them.
Well, you wouldn't be McCavity if you couldn't do that.
Exactly. As I said, I had them on layaway. Do you think I take all of my gear to the surface?
I don't know. Yes, from the stories.
No, I don't. I just have all the time in the world. Who looks to the cats?
You do.
Exactly. There are too many strays for any bounty hunter to keep track of. There are too many strays. Eventually, one little girl takes one into the house, and then I have eyes and ears everywhere. And cats can get in the darndest places, and nobody thinks twice when it ends up there.
Including onto airships.
Exactly. I just knew that I had to endear myself to someone that you cared about. And after Kali, come on, it was obvious.
Alright then, we'll just don't... Please don't cause any more trouble.
Oh, no. Pretend like I'm nothing different at all.
Okay.
I will be not seen and not heard. But you will feel my influence. And, if you want my help, just ask me to come with you. And I'll be there. You won't even know. Just ask the man with who does the teleporting thing. Just tell him not to be too keen about how many life signatures there are, or whatever it is that he said.
Okay.
Good night, Holt.
Good talk. I'm gonna try to go back to sleep.
Do you try to go back to sleep
Yeah.
as he stows the gun back under your pillow? And then he just cuddles up next to you, and you have a very hard time going back to sleep because this suddenly strikes you as weird.
Especially since I've seen him as a cat man.
Right. You've seen what he actually looks like. You know that is not a cat. That is a cat man wearing a cat suit. And now you're just thinking about all the head scratches that Vindres will give him. And all the head scratches you have given him. This is just weird, man.
Let me just... You know what? I'm at peace with it. I'm letting it go.
You know what? There's so much
not
weird.
the strangest thing that's happened to me.
There is so much weird, fucked up shit in this world. Oh man, do you remember the part where I got torn asunder by giant god swords? Yeah, I remember that. You know what? Fuck it. It's a cat man. I'm giving him scritches.
If a cat man wants to spoon with me and my excellent Asimar Empress girlfriend, sure.
Who am I to
Welcome
say no?
aboard. Oh, Holt. You fucking garbage man.
So, Reynold, is he a tabaxi?
Tabaxi? What are those?
Cat dude, the race.
Oh, yeah, basically. Something like it. I use the stats for just generic cat folk, but as you can see, McCavity expresses abilities not common to regular cat folk. This is actually because of a variety of magical items he carries on his person and can activate while being a cat, and some of which based on something that he hasn't revealed.
Well, there's in 5th edition, you can be like an arcane trickster thief. And if you're like uber level, you could basically do the shit that this guy is doing. So
Yeah.
and I'm sure in Pathfinder, it's...
I should
pretty cool.
express that a lot of what McCavity does is smoke and mirrors.
I was gonna say DM Fiat, but
Yeah.
but okay, that works too.
What do you mean DM Fiat?
I wanted to be able to. So
Oh man, you cut out. What did you say?
I said DM Fiat is essentially when you want your NPC to be able to do things and you don't really care, like they do them. I mean,
Right.
that's the,
It just happens. It would make sense for McCavity to be able to do this. Like, how many mage hands do you need to animate a rag and bone man? Actually, not too many. But if you nudged it the wrong way, it would just fall over. Because it's only being suspended by a series of mage hands.
Huh. Well,
There's a lot of things you can do when you're just invisible and fucking around.
looks like I have a new buddy.
You do have a new buddy, sort of.
Sort of.
Also, make no mistake, if there... Holt, you get the distinct impression that if there is any sort of high reputation loot, McCavity will either ask for it or just take it. If you can express that the item is necessary or important to your
War effort.
war effort, he'll be like, all right, fine. And he might make some sort of additional demand when it's all over. But if, he finds some sort of ancient dwarven Ankaran vase, he will totally say, mine.
Fine, I don't have any use for that.
And you're like, oh,
And
we
it would
could
probably
pawn
break.
that. And he's like, fuck you. Fuck you,
That's
I'm a
fine.
cat. That's mine. And then he just slides it slowly off of the pedestal, and then it just falls into an extra dimensional space.
Oh,
No,
You
that's
good?
dealt with. Yes. No, that's dealt with.
Yep.
That being said, if you guys hadn't had that conversation, you would be currently being awoken to Grub saying like, "Hey, someone's trying to use the transporter."
Good thing we had the conversation then.
Good thing you had that conversation. Well, I mean, the good thing somebody started talking about what the fuck the spaceship is all about. And like, how do you know when McCavity is eavesdropping? You don't.
You don't
Well, I mean, you do. He's always eavesdropping.
assume that he is always.
Seriously, just assume. Just assume that there is always a third participant of this conversation, and he won't say anything unless noted, because Holt, you are the only person who knows who he is, and he intends to keep it that way, if only so that the head scritchings continue.
well,
It's fine.
Sexy time.
Salandra doesn't know, but she trusts him less than she trusts Zoltan. So, it's
That
Not
is
saying
not
a whole
a
lot.
bad policy.
yeah.
106 days have passed. You have 300, and you have 260 days remaining. Everybody wakes
So-
up, and you are all well rested. Especially you, Clementine.
Hold on.
Oh, Clementine, let me tell you some dreams.
Oh yeah.
What do you want to know about? The past, the present, or the future?
Oh, the future was definitely on her mind.
Okay. What is it's the future? I assume you can't take your mind off of the gods meld.
Exactly.
So you see yourself in Wind City, and you know, the guards are a bunch of tyrannical brutes, and the zombies are at the walls, and they're being fended off with bows and arrows, and all you can think of is all of the things you could you're like, oh man, I could wet powder that guy's gun, and then he wouldn't be able to shoot them, and then I could get them out of the way, or I could go up on the walls and conjure a lightning storm, or I could do this, or I could do that, or I could do this, and like everywhere you walk you see all of the problems and the ways that you could solve them, and you know, your simple thought is, I couldn't do it all. I don't have the resources. I can't do all of this. And one simple question like approaches to you, sundering reality under a dogo-shaped banner bleeding Irigo as it crashes through the city, rendering the entire place into its component parts that start separating out into a sign that reads simply, "Why not?"
Fair enough.
And then you wake up.
So, Clementine doesn't see that dream as terrifying and apocalyptic.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Well, that would be good information to have. Too bad we don't know.
Too bad Clem doesn't talk about her whisper dreams too much.
Yeah.
You guys always seem so bored
Yeah,
with
because
them.
you're always like, that doesn't make any sense, Clementine, or stop doing so much whisper.
I am having too much fun this session.
Yeah, you
Good.
are. I love it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that is always just in the back of my head. Fuck you,
Just
Pidge.
24/7.
24/7. Fuck you, Pidge, for introducing it to me.
What? I did not.
You did. Somebody posted it and you started laughing and you couldn't stop laughing and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, had you not been laughing at it, I wouldn't have even opened it up cuz it's just some fucking dude in a cowboy hat.
I'm sorry.
Little did I know it was everything I wanted about a older dude wearing a cowboy hat. Anyway, morning dawns. It's time for morning things. Wake up! Wake up! Breakfast is served.
I extricate myself from Rival.
I'm not getting up until Vendrace does.
Oh, jeez,
I'm content to stay here all day.
Vendrace is already up.
Gosh darn it.
I will leave the wake up scene sufficiently nebulous so that so if
You want to describe it in detail later. You're not locked down to anything.
yes,
Yes.
although she was tripping.
It's all
so-
about making
Ooh,
it the
children.
I mean, like, it's all good. It's all good, man.
Well, I kind of picture Clem when she becomes like human sized to be sort of like Miley Cyrus.
Why would you do that to me?
There's a similar energy to the character. Not that she's a nut
Manic?
job. Well, she's I don't know. But you
Oh,
haven't.
damn, I can't. There's no way I will be able to find the video, but the first thing that popped into mind was this woman took a video and she goes, my boyfriend wanted me to send a video of me twerking. And so it's, the video is shot from, like, the waist down of her, and you see her, like, prepare to do the twerking position, and she just gets lower and just shakes her finger like, no, I'm not doing that. And looks just so disgusted.
Yeah,
Don't forget, Clementine is a woman of color.
That is true.
It's true.
Yep.
And Miley is definitely a woman of absolute no fucking color.
Yeah.
Of printer paper whiteness.
The
I think Miley
walking
Cyrus
pale.
might be whiter than I am, which is saying something.
I have vitiligo. I think she might be whiter than me.
Ugh.
I don't go outside.
What is the out of doors? I have only heard of this place. Anyway, y'all wake up. What you doing today?
Breakfast.
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 Kaga is getting a better hang of the food stuff. Lobo's men are tickled pink to have this orc chef aboard doing all this shit. Because, like, you know, they get each other on an instinctual level. You have unlocked a synchronicity bonus. Synchronism.
Yay!
Yay!
Basically, these guys all work well together.
Heck yeah. It's because Taga is
She's an
infinitely likable.
He sure is.
Especially among the rough and tumble types.
Gosh, I love Taga.
Like, he and Sarusha's crew, they do not get along so well. Not because they're mutants, but just because they're very serious people. Because they're a bunch of literal religious zealots.
That's okay,
Kira
they can
and
stay
all
over
that.
there.
That's fine. They can eat this meal and
In
like
the no fun corner.
in the no fun zone. Meanwhile, everyone in the fun zone over here is going to have a healthy heaping glass of modified synthahol.
Oh, thank God.
It's been modified to make it not synthahol.
Does that mean it doesn't work on me?
Oh, no, it's still not good enough to get you drunk.
I'm drinking it anyway. Fuck it.
I mean, you can drink it for the flavor. And I mean, hey, sometimes you want to have a cool glass of whiskey that doesn't make your stomach turn.
Yeah.
I just want like a mug of whiskey. Excuse me? Actually, a pitcher would be better. What?
I'm going to drink it like water.
Unfortunately, it doesn't hydrate you.
Yeah, of course not.
In short, Holt, I don't know what being a hellbred has done to your bladder, but you don't, like, considering the sheer volume of liquids that you consume between your vain attempts to become intoxicated and how much water you need to sustain yourself, you're earnestly shocked at how seldom you have to pee.
Well, my body temperature is so high, so I figure it just boils off.
Just boils off as water vapor. About to say, normal human body temperature is 98.6. Holt's body temperature is like 114.
Yeah.
He is earnestly uncomfortable to touch to most people. That being said, Vendrez has fire resistance, so hey.
Yeah, she's not most people.
She is not most people. That's what happens when you're fucking ASMR. Man, I knew someone who called it Osmar, and I was like, a what? Like, yeah, he's an Osmar.
Say it again, but slowly. Sound it out.
Osmar.
You have to say all the letters.
ASMR. Anyway, what are y'all doing?
Limbering up.
Is there nothing but grim silence?
Kind of.
Clem is really trying her damnedest to keep things kind of light.
Hey guys, I'm gonna unleash a pseudo-apocalyptic force upon the world. How you doing? How you doing? Real casual, Clem. Real fucking casual.
Salandra has modified the food synthesizers to produce a variation of Turkish coffee that many find corrosive, but it works for her.
It's only good for two things: waking you the fuck up and cleaning out engines.
Yeah, it depends on the engine. Some of them are a little too wimpy for it, but and yeah, the synthesized cigarettes aren't as effective, but if you smoke a lot of them, it eventually works. This vaping thing that they do in District 1 is kind of an obscenity.
Oh my god, District 1, the Chosen so
They are absolutely vapors.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they vape hard. Professional
They don't
vaping.
Yeah, they don't even do tricks. They just
No, they've grown beyond that. Like, there reaches a point where everyone has done so many tricks that doing vape tricks is like kid stuff. Anyway, what now?
now
We're on our way, aren't we?
wait.
Okay. Hours pass. You look down. Oh man, didn't there used to be so many more towns?
Yeah.
I should express that the legions of the undead haven't headed too far west.
Monster.
I'm sorry, too far east. Like, there are towns that have been swallowed up under the legions of the undead, and that sucks. That's real fucking sad. But there are other towns to the east that, you know, it's weird the way the undead are distributed. Basically, it's like a tide, but in microcosm. Even like the further away from the spray, there comes a point where there are just some isolated sections of like zombies and skeletons. They're just walking around during the day as the sky gets a little bit gloomier. I should mention the clouds in perpetual night have also moved out, but not so far outside the walls as to like engulf the district. Like the undead have only gained like I'm trying to think like how far is 100 miles basically. Let me look at a map.
The map.
Huh. You know what? Okay. Like, the undead have probably only traveled maybe 30 or 40 miles.
Okay.
But that's still enough for sort of like the licks of this whip to reach Wind City.
Right.
And I mean, but like the undead forces that are there are like it's like a standard generic zombie apocalypse scenario. They're stunned, they're dazzled, they're a little discombobulated. You're dealing with the stupid horde. Like if
Okay.
you play your cards right, you can get a wagon of people through them while fending off only a trivial number of the undead.
Okay.
So no corpse orgies, no like freaking giant monstrosities.
No corpse balls.
No corpse balls. The biggest thing you see are like skeletons and zombies of unusual races.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of. Occasionally you see something like a morgue or something like that. So like there are definitely undead monstrosities down there, but not the more sort of nefarious, despicable agents.
Okay.
There are no bone tornadoes. Those are all of the West.
I didn't want to bring him up again.
Cap didn't want to put that evil on. That's why I
didn't.
trust him and love him.
Thank you.
Before we go, Zoltan,
Yeah.
is your old mistress still in existence?
No, I destroyed her utterly. Burned the body, desecrated the grave, threw the ashes into running water, staked it. I did everything except fill the mouth with holy wafers and douse the whole thing in holy water. Only because that's beyond my means.
I wanted to. You were at any risk here, closer to the graveyard.
Me? No. I am exceptionally difficult to control. There is simply more man than monster here.
All right. Well, I guess it's your time now, Clementine.
All right. Whew. Oh. All right, guys, huddle up.
Okay.
Bravo smiling.
Oh, yeah, I remember this picture.
Clem gives you all a big, giant group hug. Okay, Grub. If you want to teleport down and then take off in a not this way direction.
North, south, or east? I'd prefer not to go west.
Okay. Hell, let's go south.
Okay.
No, wait, north. No, south. Someone else is gonna have to make decisions.
I'll
Stay
go
away
over-
from that.
I'll
From
go with-
Daskius.
Okay, got it.
We
Southeast.
have the area near District 4 we've already been over, so there's nothing there currently. So maybe that's the best place to double back.
So
That
you want
seems
me
at
to
least.
just teleport you into the town somewhere?
I don't know. I'm thinking
Uh,
outside the town.
I don't have a whole lot of stealth period, just so you know. Not my. Yeah, I can render a couple people invisible. It's the most I've got at this point.
I don't need any of that.
All right, outside the town.
Okay.
Outside the town, we're in the middle of the zombie horde, just so you know.
Yeah, keep your head down and no one will notice.
Yeah, there's. I want to draw them out. I don't want to fight them in there. If that makes sense.
Well, he's not going to come out. He's just going to send soldiers.
Yeah, but without his soldiers, he'll be nothing. All right. We all ready?
Bravo, take this, and Holt is going to give you a vial. We get into a fight with the undead. Break that over your hammer.
Oh, okay.
It is a potion of blessed weapon because I don't want to deal with holy magic in my current state.
Yeah, don't hold that. It will hurt.
Yep.
You getting a curse? Anyway. So, where exactly are you all teleporting? Like in some secluded area outside the town? Just like in the middle of the fucking street, staring at the gates like fucking bosses?
Yeah, that one. We're here
That's
to break the siege.
That's where I presume the undead are gathered the thickest, right?
No, actually. They generally tend to avoid the road. Probably some sort of bizarre instinct. Some sort of bizarre, like, residual instinct. Like, you don't stand in the road. That's where carriages go. Oh, shit. Don't do that.
That's where we need to go, Clementine, and
That
that's where
being
we'll
said,
go.
as she announces that, she is met with immediate mental disappointment.
So, Clementine, you know they have guns, right? You're aware of dealing with that?
I have actually a really fun spell for that one. Let me just make sure I've got it pulled up here.
Oh, is that tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow.
Clementine, do you announce to them your new change in plan?
Yes, okay. You're gonna need to... Grub, can you send us down in 2 waves?
Two people isn't exactly a wave.
No. It's... I have one of my spells that can transform metal into wood. And I don't want to do that with any of your weapons.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure you have to target that at a specific object.
Nope, it's all metal objects within a 40-foot burst.
What?
It's a 7th level spell. Transmute metal to wood.
Whoopstiditative the fuck? Who fucking thought this was a good idea?
Some faggot. Let's be real. Ah. You really doing this?
I
I want to
presume
be dropped right in the guardhouse.
the city gates
Metal to wood?
are also metal, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't want the gates to be wood. Then the undead will come right in.
Yeah, that was what I was referring to.
Well, it's only a 40-foot radius. And the city's bigger than 40 feet.
Mhm.
I just have to do a little quick math. Yeah, okay.
Also, Clem, how much whisper are you doing before this? Double dose. Double dose. Double dose.
Triple dose.
I was gonna say, I've done double before. I've never done triple. And that is madness.
Oh my god! I mean,
Don't listen to me.
if you want to go for it, I'm just saying you might have the ultimate backfire. If you roll too low on a fortitude save, you're just gonna fucking drop unconscious and then start vomiting a lot.
That's true, but I have the, I've got my cape, so...
That will help you. That will help sustain you in these trying times.
So I feel a little more that.
What's the verdict, Clem?
Alright. So I'm gonna pop 3 whisper mushrooms and drop into the guardhouse.
Alright,
Like some
Clem.
kind of Santa Claus cat burglar.
Give me a fortitude save.
Oh,
Please
you got
roll
it.
high.
Dun, dun. $33.
Oh my god!
Yes.
So you take
Babe,
that shit
yes.
and it hits you so fucking hard, the world is nearly unrecognizable from what it's supposed to be. You're getting the vaguest impressions of what reality actually is. So you drop in, you cast your spell, all the guards see you come in, and there's just it's so sudden. There's just a bunch of guys and they're hanging out in the guardhouse, and they're having a drink, and then fucking the entire guardhouse turns into wood. Some pipe starts leaking. Like, everybody grabs their gun and goes to fire them at you, and they all just sort of explode, showering them in shrapnel.
Yes!
Hey, don't laugh yet. You're being attacked. What is your armor class?
With
Ignoring
what?
it still fires the projectile. It also just blows back everywhere. At which
My armor
point,
class is 17.
ignoring your armor, half of your armor bonus.
Round it up or down?
Rounding down. It always rounds down if it helps the players.
16.
Okay. You get shot by everyone. Oh, no, wait, one guy does miss. That's good enough for me. You get hit for 9. 3. 21 points of damage.
Is that
And-
total or in addition to the 9 and the 3?
That is total.
Okay.
And then all of their guns just sort of like explode, showering them in wooden shrapnel as their magazines fall out from underneath. And a majority of the bullets and casings also turn into wood. That is the appropriate response. Let me think of how many criteria you have fulfilled.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
You might not have to be not done yet. I'm sorry you got a hat trick. So I was tracking it on a 5-point system. 1, you explain to no one your plan. 2, you get 2 points for taking way too much whisper. This will create problems for you later. 4, you landed a fantastic prank, and 5, you responded to grievous bodily harm with the correct response. So, Grub sets up a screen in the transporter room for you guys, and he's like, "You're gonna want to see this." And there's some sort of remote sensor that is just like tracking on Clementine's position, and there's like a whole bunch of magical power coming from everywhere, reaching some sort of conflux as her poor tiny body levitates into the air and like shakes and spasms uncontrollably as she appears to be laughing despite the fact that no sound is coming out of her mouth. At which point her garb and raiment transform, grow, distort, and shift into the many scarfed robe of Dogo the Trickster. Like, her face sort of calcifies in that form, taking on sepia and striking tones to turn into a mask, and the arm of her crook transforms into something more like a buzzing blade as she acquires the halberd of Dogo. You finally know what it means to channel the spirit of Dogo. Alright, Clementine. Here's how it works. You have access to all of these spells as at-will abilities.
Holy Hera.
In addition, you may use the copycat ability as many times as you wish.
Oh my.
Bear in mind, the copycats that you create have all of your spells and abilities from when you created them.
Oh my.
I will begin the number of rounds that you have to maintain the God's Meld with Dogo now. I will not tell you how many you have, but you can feel the forces of chaos and madness pulling you in 1,000 disparate directions.
All right.
The question now is only, what will you do with it?
Multiple time stops.
I mean, I think I've got to do time stop, don't I?
I mean, if you want to just immediately cast a time stop, you may. It will give you 1d4 plus 1 extra rounds to think.
I don't need to think.
Well, I mean, it will also give you 1d4 plus 1 rounds to just do whatever, so long as it doesn't yet affect the material world.
All right, I'm going to use those rounds to get to wherever Dugan is. Get to the center of the city. Because you've got the guards that are outside the city keeping watch, but then you've got, like, the main armories, the guardhouses, dungeons, things like that.
Also,
And the dungeons are probably packed with dissenters.
I should let you know, the bedlam meter is at 2 out of 10. You don't want that to reach 5. Do not let it reach 10.
All right.
That being said, that all sounds fantastic and reasonable and measured and boring. You'll get to that later. Now is time for fun. But you can't have fun alone. You need playmates.
I need my friends.
I mean, your friends would be nice, but they are so bothersome. You'd have to teach them a whole two-man con? Why teach someone a two-man con? Be the two-man con.
I can have two of me.
You can have more than that.
Why stop at 2? Like, alright, so you time stop.
Oh,
Round 1, you make a copycat. And, like, the copycat walks up to you and shakes your hand and says, "Hi, I'm Clementine, and I've been possessed by the spirit of Dogo. Nice to meet you."
it's nice to meet you too.
Are you Clementine? Also possessed by the
Yeah.
spirit of Dogo? Wow,
Yeah.
we have so much in common!
We have the same goals, same ideas.
We have the same everything! That being said, you mention, yeah, there could be more of me, and your copycat responds, like, way more. Do you want me to make more friends?
Yeah.
And then 2 became 4. How many rounds did you get out of this time stop?
Oh, sorry, I got so excited I forgot to roll my d4. 1d4. So, 4.
4 total, 1d4 plus 1?
Yes.
Okay.
So my d4 was 3, plus 1 is 4.
Got it. So the round 1 of the time stop has passed, and then round 2 of the time stop has passed. It is round 3, and now there are 3 copycat Clementines, and they have all greeted each other, and they're all very pleased and happy, and they are wondering and asking you if you want more friends.
Yes! Yes, lots of friends!
And then 4 became 8. This creates a bit of a problem. At this point, Clementine, you can basically feel and control each of the other Clementines in the same way that anyone controls their limbs.
Okay.
But at this point, you could basically only control 5 of them at a time. It's either the other 3 get cut loose, or they just sort of stick around somewhere. Bear in mind, if any of the copycats take any sort of damage, they just poof.
Okay.
They explode into blood and confetti.
Okay.
Or confetti. That being said, the other Clementines are just wonder, more friends?
No, we'll have more friends later. Right now, 4 of you need to go and unlock all of the dungeons and let everybody out.
Okay, but that's a lot of doors. I don't think about it. We're not saying it's the 2 of them like speak in unison. We're not saying it's the best idea. But think of how many more we could create.
I know it's a lot of doors, but the fewer of you there are, the more special you are.
Like, one of them walks up to you and starts getting awfully affectionate. Come on. You can trust us. Just guide us around, and we'll do our best to stay focused. Just help us out. Sometimes things will get weird, but come on, we can do so much more than just what you want.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Okay.
Do you
We're
consent to the creation of more friends?
Yes!
Oh no! I say oh no as if it's a bad thing, but no. You're just going to see how stupid this ability set can get. So that Clementine meets your Clementine with an affectionate mask-to-mask kiss, and then 8 Clementines became 16 Clementines. At which point, time resumes. And then the other 17 Clementines think, give us a minute. And then those 17 Clementines become...
Oh dear.
136 Clementines.
Oh my god!
And bear in mind, this is round 3 of real time. At which point, those 136 Clementines turn into 1,088 Clementines. And at this point, Clementines are exploding out of the barracks and into the streets. At this point, Clementines have started transforming into birds and fleas and air elementals and orangutans and giraffes. And they have started just sort of flying around. In the next round, I'll just say, after a minute has passed, and you're just sort of beside yourself, there are 69,632 Clementines.
It's like Cookie Clicker!
That being said, what you need to understand is that for you, time is moving abysmally slow. It's like you're the Flash. Like, for every 6 seconds that occur, there are 69,000 time stops from your perspective. And only the beings that were created in that time stop can act during that time stop, despite the fact that the others are perfectly cognizant and sentient. So, for you, at this point, let me do some more fucking weird math. Let me grab a pen here and just a piece of paper. It's because I need to keep track of how many Clementines there are. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, God, no, why? So, in the next series of time stops and multiplicities, 193 hours will pass in between the 10 seconds.
Oh my god!
The bedlam counter has reached 3.
Can I make them stop?
No, unfortunately. What you can do is like ask them to do something, and that thing will basically happen.
Oh my god.
Like, for every man, woman, and child inside of Wind City, there is half of a Clementine. This has occurred in 60 seconds.
Okay. I don't think I've ever commanded an army before.
Also, I should note, all of you up there bear witness in a minute to 69,632 clementines suddenly appearing. Like, just exploding out of this barracks and, like, literally into the sky.
They have a new job, and their job is to destroy every gun in the city.
Okay.
Oh.
They take care of that in one round. You know what? I'm actually going to have to lengthen that out to 2 just because they don't currently occupy every space. But at the point, there's 557,000 clementines. At this point, they decide they should stop. They could make more, but quite frankly, that's excessive. At this point, now they're just getting in each other's way. Nearly 400,000 clementines decide that this stage ain't big enough for the 400,000 of them, and they start running around smashing zombies. That being said, anytime one of them gets hit, they just disappear.
That's okay. We can always make more.
That's just, oh god. Anyway. So, in 2 rounds, they have successfully accomplished that goal. Like, guards start shooting, copycats just, like, start getting shot, and then they just, it's gun stomping day. Like, what happens when 8 clementines, who are also air elementals, just start grabbing your gun, and, like, you shoot one, and that's great. It disappears, making the sound of a wet fart, and then the other 8 just grab onto you. You have used 8 rounds.
How am I feeling?
You are feeling it's difficult to what's your wisdom score?
It is 18?
18. Okay. All right, that's good.
I feel like we should get down there in case things.
Um
In case things what, Salandra?
in case things explode.
I mean, like, to the naked eye, it is difficult to, like, there is definitely an explosion of clementines, but considering most of them take the forms of birds and various forms of elementals, it's very difficult to keep track of them all. That being said, holy fuck, that's suddenly birds. Suddenly burbs. That being said, this has happened all so quickly. And, like, only, like, as Grub overlays onto it, he's like, no, they're all just Clem.
No offense, Holt, but this is way more fucking impressive.
No offense taken.
That being said, Bedlam at 3, I think we've officially reached Bedlam at 4. Clementine, what is the next request you have for your small army? Also, did you want them to use any spells to disarm those people, or did you consider brute force to be sufficient?
They can use the damp powder spell when, to kind of add a little insult to injury for breaking these guns.
These guns are all rendered completely useless and then smashed, like, summarily. Just like, and these
Good.
guards are suddenly disarmed. At which point they start getting, clobbered. Not, like, in a horribly violent way, but, like, in a slapsticky way. It's just
Good.
like, I'm gonna knock you over. Oh no, you fell on the ground? Well, you know, if you hit your head hard enough, you could technically just break your neck and die, but just, like, don't do that, idiot. Stage fall,
Yeah.
moron.
Roll when you hit the ground, idiot.
Right. And, like, that is definitely the behavior these guys are taking. The Clementines assume that everyone are basically as competent as them. That being said, Clementine, it is very difficult to focus.
There's so much going on in the city.
There is so much going on all so suddenly, and now there is so much going on outside of it, and like a fly's fragmented eyes, you can see nearly all of it. You are looking at the big picture, and it is too grand for you to comprehend.
Well, we need to find Dugan. We need to find everyone involved here. We need to release the prisoners. We need to, uh, um, um, uh, uh, uh,
Hey,
yeah?
we want a song.
What?
We want a song.
I don't know how to sing.
Well, I mean, like, we could try to do our act without a song, but we're gonna have to really kick it up a notch.
All right. I'm going to transform into the largest bird that I can.
Probably a rock. Not
A rock?
A giant eagle. Like,
Is a
even
giant
larger
eagle bigger than
giant
a rock?
eagle. No. Rocks
'Cause I
are
can turn
magical
into a rock.
beasts. Oh, you can?
Yeah,
Oh, right. No, rocks are animals. Griffins are magical
Yep.
beasts. Yes, you can turn into
Yep.
a rock.
cool. You know what?
What?
It's time for a rock concert!
Boo! You avert the rise of bedlam for 2 more rounds. But no, seriously, they want a song.
What do they even consider to be music?
They consider what you consider music to be music. Remember, they are all just you. They're all just completely independent of your reasoning. They'll act as you will act, but they are also all suffering the current state of addledness you are suffering. And as things grow
Gotcha.
further out of hand, it will be more and more difficult for them to comprehend their own actions or the effects they may have on others.
I give you
I
a
mean-
song and memes.
Honestly, the thing that Clementine likes for music the best is just a thunderstorm.
No, but they want an actual song.
Do you want me to just send you a song on the YouTube? Is that what you were asking me for?
I mean, I would prefer if you actually tried to sing it. Alternatively,
Oh god, no.
Alternatively, you can bring in the party. Like, you have a
I need
support
backup
team.
singers. I'm sorry, I will do a lot of things, but I am too shy to sing.
That's fine. That's why you have backup party members.
I will, I want to call them down.
What do you tell to the rest of the party?
This one is the real me.
Which one?
This one. No, that one. No, I'm just fucking with you. This one. Come on down. Come
Tell
on.
me what you want to convey, and I will tell them how it is conveyed to them.
She wants to convey to them, I've got everything under control, but this would be a lot more fun if you guys were here.
Okay. Each of you, in each of your hands suddenly apparates a letter. When you open it, within is an envelope, and within is a letter that reads, "You have been cordially invited to the first national Clemapalooza. BYOB, bring your own band."
What the fuck?
Shit, what sort of...
You may ask yourself, how did I get here? How did I work this? Where is that large automobile? Am I right? Am I wrong? Where does that highway go to? What is that beautiful house? And my God, what have I done?
I think that Chris has to go.
Oh man, darn. Right, you had a hard cutoff of 10:30.
Chris, have a good night.
All right, guys.
Good night, Chris.
Give me a call.
Sorry.
Shall we close here and figure out how to control this mess next
Yes, please.
time? Okay.
Yes.
If you want a song, I'll give you a song.
All right. Take care, y'all.
Good night.
Have a
Night
good
night.
Good night, Chris.